Huh. Uh, I forgot I was gonna do that. I forgot I was gonna do that. Uh, uh, it's annoying. I forgot I was gonna do that. Oh my gosh! There we go. Híjole, what's going on? What's going on? Angel Padilla! What's up, Slipknot? Legendary gnome. James Bishop. Orale. The man who brought us Kickboxer. Loco Montana. What's up? What's up, man? Days 47. What's up, Drew? Did you watch the Usyk fight? No, I slept through it, dude. I slept right through it. Oh, dang it, look at this. What a pleasant surprise. What a pleasant surprise. Angel Padilla threw one big one and 35 little ones down in the PayPal. Thank you, bro. I did not watch. Thank you, Angel. I did not watch the fight. I had to get up early today and take a long drive somewhere. And it was kind of exhausting. I had to do something, and it wasn't something that I enjoyed doing. And then I had to drive back, and it was just hot. And I laid down. I was like, I'm gonna take a. I wasn't even trying to take a nap. I was like, I need to take a mental, like I just need to take a couple minutes, and then I fell asleep. But then I woke up, and I was like, I took a peek at the. I was basically trying to see if I could find any footage of the fight to see what it looked like. Here's the truth. When I woke up, this is the first thought I had when I was like, "Oh snap!" The stream. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get bamboozled again because I logged into. So I was wrong the other night. Um, I told you guys that I was. So I was incorrect. So back in the day, if you just wanted to get like a single pay-per-view on ESPN, you would have to go to ESPN Plus, get a membership, then you also had to buy the pay-per-view. And then once the fight was over, you could just cancel it. The Zone will keep you like in a contract for like a year. Like they try to get you stuck. And that's what happened to me a while back. And I thought that we had finally got out of it, but apparently, because I was telling Marilena, I don't even have the thing anymore. I'm gonna have to figure out if it's worth trying to buy it. She's like, we still have it. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, remember you got stuck in that thing? And I was like, oh, I thought it was over. She's like, no. So then when I woke up, I logged in, and then it said buy the pay-per-view. So I'm like, wait a minute. So this is like ESPN Plus, where you have to have the membership, and you still have to buy the thing. But even after you buy the thing, you can't cancel the Zone. You still have to stay with them. At least ESPN Plus, you could cancel it right after. The Zone, you're stuck with. So I was already so annoyed with the Zone. I was like, wait a minute. Now you're going to make me buy the pay-per-view on top of this? I forgot that's how it worked. So then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get bamboozled again. I'm going to go see if I can find any live footage of this fight. I want to see if anyone else is covering it. I want to see if I can find something online that anyone's posted. If these dudes, if I look up the fight and I don't see the pyramids in the foreground, if I turn this fight on and I don't see mummies and pyramids and sands in the background, I'm not paying for this fight. And they might as well have been at the Apex. For all we know, it was like some Stanley Kubrick stuff. For all we know, they shot some footage of the pyramids, or they had like a green screen or something like that, and they're at the UFC Apex right now. They just paid a little rental fee. Boom, Las Vegas. For all we know. So I was like, I'm not gonna do this again. They pulled a fast one on us. They did a Fight Island on us all over again. I found some footage and I saw it was just like a dark arena. I was like, heck no. I thought there was gonna be blood splatter all over the pyramids. They thought they thought they were gonna get me caught up like I thought it was a snow day. Not around these parts. Plus, by the time I did all that, it was already in the 9th round. That was like right before. I guess the guy got knocked out or something. Here's what I heard. This is all I know. Supposedly, I don't know if this is correct. Supposedly, Verhoeven won like every single round. And then Usyk knocked him out, but that it was like questionable. And some people were saying it was early stoppage. I don't know. I didn't watch it. What do you guys think? You got him running through your veins. I can't do it. I got him running through. Your veins. I can't do it. It's kind of like a GSP, huh? It ended up sounding kind of like a Mexican guy right now. So he did get knocked out. So he did good, but he got knocked out. I'm so glad you're live. I've been needing something to watch. Oh, the piles of laundry I'm avoiding. Yeah. I felt kind of silly when I actually clicked on the MMA holes and I was like, let me see what they're doing. Let's see where we're at in the fight. And then he's calling it and it's round 9. And I'm like, oh, dang. And then I don't know how many rounds were in that fight. Because after I saw that, I went back inside and I did a couple things real quick. Then I came back and he was talking about, what happened? This was crazy. The ref's dirty. So I was like, am I really going to do a stream now after the fight? That's kind of funny. Just totally random stream that has nothing to do with any fights on a Saturday. That's kind of funny. But then I thought, you know what? Maybe there's some people like me. Maybe there's some people like me that, they're just so programmed to do the fights. And it's a Saturday. It's like, what the heck, bro? What are we going to do? We got to do something. So I thought, I'll come on here, talk for a little bit. I wish, it's too bad I can't do this while I do my laundry. Legendary Gnome, because I definitely got some laundry too that I'm probably going to have to do after this. I wish I could do it at the same time. Thank you, Yasin. Thank you very much. I'm happy to do it. I'm happy when people are actually laughing. ARGO! Usyk slaughtered a beast. The weight difference was mad. So Rico was way bigger? Hey, but was it legitimate? Like, I don't know if there's anyone that's like, all that I've seen so far is it looked, and then I saw Chale Sonnen posted a thing right now. How did he word it? He said something like, how did he say it? Was it fixed or like dirty, or was it incompetence or something like that? Like, everyone's narrative right now is like something was not on the up and up, whether it was intentional or just straight incompetence. But what do you guys think? Was it legitimate and people just need to shut up? Did Usyk win fair and square? Why isn't my email working? That's bad news. Ooh, that's bad news. Ooh, that's bad news. Gotta have my email working. I don't know if I've been missing any emails. Shoot, man. Well. Well, Angel, I hope that you didn't have a lovely, wonderful, heartfelt message attached to this donation. Because for some reason, it only shows those things when it shows up in email form. At least most of the time. Let me see. I'm trying to compare it to other PayPals. But I don't think that you said anything. I don't think there was any sentiments attached to this. I just want to say thank you, though. Angel Padilla just threw down 10 big ones. $10 reenies for them Costco weenies. Thank you, man. Very kind of you. Very kind of you, bro. You know, we haven't been doing streams as much this month because I've been trying to really stay been trying to stay really disciplined with whatchamacallit, with the uploads, which could be discouraging. You already know I've had moments where I'm like, should I keep doing that? But I'm trying because I know people that have done it, people that I've talked with that are like, what the heck is this? People that I've talked with that do the same thing as me, that are like, you gotta do it for certain amount of time. There's a certain amount of time you gotta do it for the algorithm to stop disrespecting you, you know? There's a certain amount of time you got to do it, and then the algorithm's like, all right, fine. All right, okay. So I'm trying to stay disciplined so that we could get to that point. Juice ball. Wow. Dang, so good to see Juicebox. So good to see Juicebox. Dang, and Jericho Forerunner. Dang. Look at this. We're having a reunion? Heck yeah. What's up, Kaimon? Hey, Diego, it was, you probably already heard me talking about it. It was bonk, bro. I don't even think they were in Egypt. I think they were in Egypt. I think they were in Las Vegas. Angel Padilla. Oh, 135. Is that for the curling? Oh my gosh, how didn't I know that? Hey, bro, I was kind of mad at myself cuz like I was kind of being silly, you know, and I was calling it CrossFit form. I was being a little bit silly. But then it bothered me cuz there was one or two people that were teasing me, and then it bothered me and it made me want to be like, "Okay, I'm going to strict curl it." Cuz you're being disrespectful. And I'm going to strict curl it now. So I could go like Makachev. So I could go. It's like they're warming it up so they could go like this. Or else it's going to be too hot when they press it on their mouth. They're cooling it off. So I was like, dang, I need to strict curl it and I need to upload that. I actually did it real quick today, because I needed to know where I stood, and without any cheating, without any hip swinging or anything like that. Today I was strict curling 115, and I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. And I'm not gonna be happy till I get to 135. Strict curling. No hip swinging or nothing like that. Like my legs locked and planted, no cheating, no nothing. 115, strict. Like an insecure substitute teacher, strict, bro. But I'm not gonna be happy till I get to 135, and I'll let you know. Oh, you know, there will be signs. I'll let you know when I get to 135. But I did a CrossFit. I did a CrossFit curl. I did a CrossFit reverse curl. And yeah. Anyway. But that's what happens. You put yourself on the internet for the world to see, and you open yourself up to it. You know, can't complain. The fighters came in with some pharaonic. I never even heard that word, pharaonic. Also, it was kind of cool, at least that part. They both came in all tired, like Deontay Wilder, because they had all their equipment on. What's up, Maverick? Stream East, interesting. I heard they took Stream West down. I didn't try East. On top of the pyramids? That would have been cool, bro. Yeah, they're a bunch of haters, JV. They're a bunch of haters, bro. You sound. What's up, Drew? Just slapped down 50 big ones, bro. Is that a martial arts fox? Is that fox wearing a gi? Wait, is that a gi or is that a skirt? I'm very confused about this fox. Either he's a ferocious martial artist or he's just ferocious, you know? Bro. 50 big ones. 50 big ones to put YouTube on notice. 50 big ones for YouTube to go, oh, snap. Oh, snap. He's making money on YouTube. That means we make money. And then they love me. Thank you, What's Up, Drew. Thank you, bro.
Amazing.
Thank you very much for manipulating the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, bro. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, what's up, Drew? So he legitimately got KO'd. Juice box, that clean, that bleach clean. Pata, that white as snow sock. The stoppage was good. He was hurt. Dang. If he could stand, he could fight. Ooh. What do you think? You think they were in Las Vegas, Lord Racer? We could raise. The bell rang and then the fight stopped. Oh no. You think Conor's gonna get laid out by Max? Dude. We're not talking about Max Holiday. We're talking about Min Holiday. You know we're in that stressed era. It's not the same as before, dude. It's not the same as before. Man, the detail always blows me away, bro. Jeez. That detail just etched into those. Jeez. That's beautiful, man. You're reminding me, dude. I need to finish it for you, dude. You're reminding me of ARJR's creations, man. We need to get your brick and mortar complete, bro. You think Jiri got his mercy removed yet? I don't know. He's probably, you know what would be hilarious because of the way that Jiri's mind operates and just being a confused individual and whatnot. They're probably the doctor, like he's not gonna take no for an answer. You already know that. He's gonna go into some poor doctor, like some poor doctor that just they're all happy, you know. They just had a celebration. They just opened their own practice, got a nice little corner at the CVS shopping center, just get ready to get their life started and all. You got this UFC dude. You got this intimidating weirdo wannabe samurai dude with his just coming in, probably wearing a robe or something like that. He's wearing like some of those Japanese wooden chanclas or something. Got a fistful of ants, fistful of fire ants, and he's like, "I need to have my mercy removed." And the dude's like, "What? How'd you get past reception?" "I need to have my mercy removed." And then he opens up the robe and he's naked underneath. And this dude's like, "Why are you naked? I'm gonna call the authorities." He's like, "No, it's to make it easier access to my mercy. I'm not trying to come to you in a sensual manner. I'm just trying to get you closer to my mercy." He's like, "Is that a pet name? What? Point to the mercy on your body. Is that a pet name? Is that a nickname?" He's like, "I don't know where my mercy is. That is why you went to med school." And I just realized right now, as I'm trying to imitate Jiri, that he sounds like a character from Kung Pao. But then what's gonna happen? Because he's not gonna take no for an answer. That poor doctor is gonna have to lie to him and be like, "We don't have the equipment. We don't have. You have to go to Tijuana. You have to cross the border. It's in Tijuana. It's where Joe Rogan gets the stem cells shot into his dome. You gotta go to Tijuana." And Jiri's like, "Okay, I will go to Tijuana. Thank you." I don't think he's gonna give up until it's removed. I think he's just gonna be hopping from place to place, and people are gonna be just trying to, kick the can down the road. No pun intended. So the stoppage, it was wild. The ref stopped it after the bell rung and the round was over. We got some back and forth in the chat. Here's my, hey, loco, Montana, bro. Wait a minute, were you at the fight? Like at the actual fight? Like when you say you're in Egypt, are you just like, yeah, it was, it's a few miles down the road, or were you at the fight? Wait a minute, is this some propaganda? Do you work for Usyk? Yeah, there's some haters, Angel. There's some haters. Somebody literally accused me of cleaning 135, like a sixth grade female. I was like, "How dare you, bro? That was not clean form. That was not cleaning form. I had my whole body was straight, bro. I wasn't cleaning it. How dare you? Cleaning is 100% like just the momentum, and then you get under it. I didn't do that even, bro. That made me so mad. It was offensive. Made my chair lower and everything. Thank you, Andre Dondara. Andre Dondara has been such a positive force in this chat, in this community. I appreciate you, man. Always good to see you. Hoser! Beautiful to see you. You are wonderful today. Always good to see you here. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Uh-oh. Chat skipped. Oh, chat skip. Chat skip warning. Uh-oh. Shoot. Shoot. Uh-oh. Chat skip. Bro. That's annoying. That's annoying. Julio Rodriguez. What's going on? Wait, there's a brand risk thing today. What time does that come on? So there are still some fights I could watch? I'm not there, Junta. I'm in America, bro. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. The 24.99 squad from Hoser, the power couple. Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you. My goodness. Got the gringos in here. Beautiful. Green card on deck. Heck yeah. Jorge Tirado with the clean, fresh out the dryer. Clean socks. Clean socks. Getting too close to the summer. You gotta let them cool down a little bit. Fresh out the dryer. So it was an uppercut from Usyk. Uppercut. Jacob Callahan. Much love, bro. Much love. It's hot, huh, bro? It's hot. It's hot in Califas, bro. Leather Cheerio. Leather Cheerio. He does gas. Conor does gas. Positive manifestation on my love to Miami. I'm sorry that Ilya Tapuera's contaminating things over there, bro. Sipping on this green tea potion. Here's something that people don't realize. And, you know, they'll probably just say something like, well, he doesn't give us the chance to realize that because he's so good. But, hey, Ilya Tapuera has a terrible gas tank. Terrible. It is atrocious. And I feel like people have forgotten because, let me see. He knocked out Charles Oliveira in the first round because Charles Oliveira went like this. Watch. Let me show you why he knocked out Charles Oliveira. Because Oliveira went like this. Did you catch it? Did it happen too fast? This is why Ilya knocked out Charles Oliveira, because this is how Oliveira was fighting. Now, if there's anybody in this chat right here that couldn't, if there's anybody in this chat at this very moment that can't knock out Oliveira when his chin is like this, then go back to the drawing board. I don't know what to tell you. If you can't, I mean, it's open for business. It has a sign. It's on the side of the road, and it says gratis. If you see Charles Oliveira's chin like this, and you could just full landing strip, bro. If you can't touch that, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you're a groin sniffer by trade. I don't know. But that's why he beat him. Volkanovski was a dude that was still concussed from the fight with Makachev because he took a fight on like 7 days notice when he was all chunky and drinking and partying, and he's out on the boat. He's out there like the Lonely Island. I'm on a boat. He's partying. He's gaining weight. He's trying to go up to 205. And then I talk about it all the time. And it's because it's stuck in my beanie because I was shocked to hear it from Volkanovski because I think of this dude as a machine, as a Hall of Famer type dude, as a warrior. And I remember I couldn't believe it when he said, oh, yeah, I'm basically Cowboy Cerrone. I fight for a paycheck. I fight to put food on the table. I fight to stay active. It's a job. 9 to 5. Coming in here like Dolly Parton. And so I was like, okay. I respect that he's honest about it. It's not like he's trying to lose, but sometimes he makes terrible decisions. And he gets knocked out in the second round. Max Holloway. That one wasn't until the third round. But I feel like people, bro, I'm not going to just go by accusing everybody in this chat of this right now. But you know as well as I do that there's a ton of people in the MMA community that live off of highlights. and they'll just watch him on rotation, you know, every other week or so, maybe every other month. And they look at the Volkanovski knockout, they look at the Oliveira knockout, they look at the Max Holloway knockout. But then you ask them about the fight, and I don't know, they might even be like, I didn't even watch the fight. I don't know how to work that night, but I saw the highlights, I saw the knockout. They don't even know how the fight went. Ilia Tapuera did not look the same in the second and third round that he did in the first round. It wasn't a complete, absolute, utter domination. Ilia Tapuera was not making Max Holloway look like Khalil Roundtree was making Pereira look in their fight. He was not brutalizing him over 3 rounds. That's not how it went at all. I feel like lately I've been watching that fight like once a month just to refresh my memory. And it's not the way that people want to pretend that it was. And right before that, it was Josh Emmett for 5 rounds. In my opinion, one of Ilia's most, least impressive fights. Just getting more and more and more tired, not being able to put a dude like Emmett away. All his other fights, he was ending so early in the second round, in the first round. People like Ryan Hall. Do you remember that fight? Ryan Hall was fighting like a weeble wobble. Like, he's just rolling all over the place. The only one, bro, his first fight looked terrible. It looked like he was going to lose against Yusuf Zalal. Terrible fight for Ilia. He was gassing so bad. And I've been watching all his fights before he got into the UFC lately too, because I was contemplating doing a breakdown prediction for him and Gaethje, which I don't know if I'm going to do now because the last one that I did not do well. He has a terrible gas tank. Terrible. Who was it that he was fighting? Shoot, who was it? Was it John Goring? He fought somebody, and I think it was barely the second round. Barely the second round, and he looked like he was going to die from exhaustion. Ilia has no gas tank. So it's like the perfect matchup for Conor. Max has been knocked out and wrestle blanked. He's going to be a little in his head about the Conor fight. He's a gamer now, bro. He's a kick streamer. I'm putting 500 on Gaethje. Is that dumb? I need money bad until I get a new job or get mine back. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Shh. You're making me not want to. I don't want to say anything, bro, because I don't want to put you in a bad spot. I don't want to have nothing to do with it if things don't go right, bro. But look, I'll say it because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk myself into doing a prediction. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Look, where is it? I made this video, one of my classic style videos that had all the edits and all that stuff. I worked all hard on it, like the kind that people always want, and it didn't get views. Look at that. It didn't get views. So it's like, I don't think I'm going to go through all the motions of making a prediction video for Gaethje and Tapuera, which I wanted to. But this was kind of a litmus test for me, and I feel like, okay, I got my answer. I think I'm going to pick Gaethje. I think everybody has decided who Tapuera is. I think everyone has just as a group decided who Ilia is based off his last 3 fights, which, bro, I mean, look at Conor. Look at Conor's fights with let's do this with Conor. Let's go through a little exercise. Cause man, you gotta hold some people's hands, you know? Not everybody, but some people. Cause I know people like to act like Ilia is immortal. But let's do a little exercise. People are 100% treating Ilia the way they are because of his last 3 fights. No one would ever watch the fight with him and Josh Emmett and be like, he's the guy. He's the savior of he's going to be the face of it. No. Because you have to think it's like a strength of schedule type of thing. Josh Emmett, he shouldn't have went the 5 rounds and he should have been more dominant against Josh Emmett. But they look at the last 3 and they're like, he's a mythological creature, right? Well, let's look at Conor McGregor. And, it was what do you want to do? Because by the time he fought Dennis Siver, he had just come off beating Poirier. What do you want to do? You want to do Dennis Siver, Chad Mendes, Jose Aldo? When he had that beating, when he had that victory over Mendes after how brutal of a war that was, and then knocked out Aldo in the fashion he did, or even if you count the loss to Nate Diaz, because even though a lot of people think that Nate won the second fight as well, if you choose to look at it from a dang, he took a short notice fight with Nate Diaz, not expecting him to be his opponent, and lost in the fashion he did. Then he came back and beat him. And it wasn't like a fluke type of thing. He beat him over 5 rounds. That's even better than if you would have just beat him with a flash knockout the first time. So it's like, okay, Jose Aldo, look at the way he beat Aldo. Then he lost to Diaz, but then he came back and beat Diaz. And then he beat Eddie Alvarez in the fashion that he did. And then he went the way that he did with Mayweather. Like, people looked at McGregor, and man, I know people got bad memories. It's gonna be so annoying if people disagree with me. But if people are gonna pretend that they didn't elevate McGregor even higher at that time than they're elevating Ilya right now, like we can't even continue the conversation. If people are gonna be honest with themselves, the way they elevated McGregor at that time was like not even close to other elevating Ilya right now. And what do we know now? Hindsight 2020. What do we know now? Whether it was, they was handpicked, good matchups, they protected him. Other people on the dissension as he was on the ascension. He gets those matchups that just don't, Dustin Poirier, he becomes a man. He finds his man strength. Khabib. You got Conor losing to people like, I don't know, the GOAT, Khabib Nurmagomedov, while you have Ilya struggling with Josh Emmett. I'm saying all this to say that, shoot, man. Let me take a peek at it. Just when you look at some of the people that Gaethje has beat, man. Some people with some hands, with some boxing, man. Michael Johnson. Donald Cerrone. The hands, the kicking. Edson Barbosa striking. Tony Ferguson striking at... Nah, he wasn't that Tony Ferguson anymore, though. I don't want to be that guy, because I always make fun of Tony Ferguson, so I don't want to use him for this narrative now. Someone as explosive as Michael Chandler. Fiziev twice because he learned how to be disciplined and patient. Poirier's hands, Poirier's IQ. kind of think I gotta go with Gaethje, man. I kind of think I gotta go with Gaethje. Gaethje's leg kicks. Cause I took some notes here, man. Cause I don't even know if I'm gonna get to make this video. So what do I care if I release any of my findings? Let me try to help you out. Just from the little that I picked up. So I was writing some notes. I've been watching like all the Ilya fights. I've been doing some research. So something that I found from a lot of his, I started with all his earliest fights coming to current day. And especially in his earlier fights, he's just absolutely dominating with grappling. Dominating. If you watch his early fights, you would think this guy is like, you know, Damian Maia or something. He's a grappler. That's what he does. And he was constantly finishing people with grappling. He might as well have been finishing like Edson Barbosa type people on every outing. Or, you know, like, I don't know what's a good example. Max Holiday type of people. Like, they weren't grapplers. And a lot of them had bad losing records. So he was grappling a lot of people that weren't. And I want to say thank you for all those hearts. Thank you very much for showing that love. I appreciate it. Another bad habit that I saw from Ilya is that he loves to counter-strike. Absolutely loves to counter-strike. And very, very often. And this is me watching all the fights. This is me sitting down in the wee hours of the morning, just watching meticulously, rewind. Wait, did I see what I think I saw? Rewind, play it again. Okay, like obsessively, bro. One of the bad habits that Tapoeira has is he loves to counter so much that he takes way more shots than he should, anticipating the counter. So he'll let them come in hopes to counter them. And Gaethje only has an inch reach advantage on Ilya. It's not nothing crazy. But I'm just saying it's a mentality type of thing. That Ilya, I'm not saying he's necessarily, I'm going to take some to give some type of mentality. It's not like he's trying to take them to the face. But he definitely opens himself up frequently just so he could try to get the counter. Something else that I thought was interesting about Ilya, which, you know, just a little observation, nothing to do with the actual fighting. Well, he's always giving Sarukian a hard time for missing weight, for not being professional and all that. Ilya missed weight. Ilya, before he went to the UFC, was supposed to win a title. I can't remember if it was, well, actually, I could look at it right here. It was, for bantamweight. He went down to bantamweight, and he missed weight. And he won the fight, but he didn't get to get the title because he missed weight. So he was trying to go down and, you know, be a weight bully or whatever, if you want to call it that. He was trying to go down to bantamweight, couldn't do it. Featherweight. Now he's at lightweight. So he's not a dude. I think people get it twisted because we look at him as this dude that he's a lightweight right now. That's what he is. And he's thinking about going up to welterweight. So I think if you start there, like, believe it or not, everyone needs to come in somewhere. Everybody needs to come in somewhere. As weird as it sounds, you have to know that there's people right now that just started watching UFC and they're like, oh, snap, Ilya was a featherweight? Huh, thought he was a lightweight. And to a lot of people's minds, it's like, this is a lightweight who's maybe going up to welterweight. He was a bantamweight. Bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight, maybe welterweight. He's a smaller dude. He's a smaller dude who was trying to fight smaller, and he couldn't make it. Then he went up to featherweight, did his thing. Went up, so now it's like, is it getting too big for your britches kind of thing? Where's he going to end up? Middleweight? So that's just like a mental thing. It's a mental thing. Where do you really want to be, bro? What were you trying to do? Were you trying to be a weight bully? Do you know that your shots land heavier or better? You're crisper, cleaner somewhere else? As he gets heavier, is he going to be able to take the shots as good? Because people like to talk about Ilya's hard hands. And when he lands them, when people leave their chins exposed and he lands them, they land well. But what we haven't gotten to see a whole lot of is how they affect them when they land on him. Because we all know he went to, the third round with Max Holloway? We all know, and I have talked about this nonstop. This is not a new thing. I've talked about this a lot. I feel like I have every right to talk about this because this has been my narrative. Max Holloway has pillow hands. When you're the dude in the UFC that has the record for having the most punches, that's a backhanded compliment. That's like, hey, bro, you don't punch hard enough. You had to punch so much because you don't punch hard enough. Here's your consolation prize. You get the most cute little punches. You get the rabbit punch award because you can't punch hard enough. So we see his shots land heavy, but we don't know where's the test of his chin. You're not going to get it from Max Holloway. You're not going to get it from Volkanovski, where he came in still concussed and not fully healed, not even 6 full months later from the Makhachev head kick. You're not going to get his best there. He just got concussed because he took a fight on like 7 days. It's 7 or 11, I don't remember. He took a fight on stupid days' notice against Makhachev when he was all pudgy and drinking and on vacation. Gets head kicked. Now he's concussed. And then he signs up for another fight 6 months later, cutting weight again after having just been concussed. I mean, sometimes you don't even have to be concussed. Just the weight cut alone makes your body act like if you were concussed. Now he's like stacking concussions on top of each other, basically. So Ilia Tapuera fought a basically depleted and concussed Volkanovski. He's not going to get his full power on the chin. Then he fought Oliveira. Oliveira didn't do nothing. Did he even touch him? When's the last time we saw Ilia touched whatsoever? Tested whatsoever? Oh, yeah. Josh Emmett took him to 5 rounds. 5 rounds with Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett's like that dude that Rocky fought in the opening scene, Spider. Like, that's the level that he's on right now. He should not have taken Ilia to 5 rounds. So Ilia going up from trying to be a bantamweight, going to featherweight, now he's at lightweight. We haven't seen his chin really tested. And the last time it was even close by Emmett, took him 5 whole rounds. Well, Gaethje ain't Emmett. Gaethje is not Emmett. Another thing that Ilia likes to do is he definitely throws in bunches often. He gets carried away. So many instances when I was watching his fights. He swings. It's like he's going for a piñata on his birthday, bro. He swings and swings like with this rage. And he'll do it to the point where he'll throw his last couple punches and he'll like way overcommit. And it's almost like a pitcher. It almost resembles a pitcher to me. You know how like when they throw real hard and then they leave, like their foot leaves the ground? Like imagine a pitcher winding up and then when they finally throw their back foot, their right foot leaves the ground with them. You know how you step through? Like that's how he punches. He'll go like that, and he'll overcommit so bad. It's kind of like a Rosenstrike kind of punch. Like he's just throwing a big blind haymaker, just hoping and praying for it to land. And if Gaethje fights him like he fought Fiziev, and he's patient and he's composed, and Ilya's closing his eyes and swinging like that, very, very, very bad day for Ilya. Ilya, I've also seen him not handling forward pressure well at all. He backs up, trips over himself, and basically panics to takedowns. Becomes a wrestler, which isn't going to go very well against someone that could have fantastic takedown defense against Gaethje. Ilya likes to stand there and anticipate counters. But when someone's like stalking him, like cutting him off and pressuring him, he gets nervous and he panics and he becomes a wrestler, which isn't going to go well against Gaethje. When he's not immediately dominant against somebody on the feet, he becomes a wrestler with the quickness. In all his early fights, like constantly, the second he was able to, immediately takedown. That's all he wanted to do. Takedown. It's like if he was like Chamoyev or something. Something that Gaethje needs to watch out for. And I only saw Ilya do this once. But it was pretty dirty, man. I was kind of surprised. Maybe I shouldn't have been, but I was. He fought this dude named John Guarin? He faked the glove touch. Ilya faked a glove touch and then oblique kicked him right in the knee. That was dirty. I didn't expect that from Ilya. I've never liked him, but I didn't know he was that dirty. Faked the glove touch and oblique kicked him right in the knee. That was messed up. So when he was, a lot of the guys Ilya had success with grappling, especially earlier on, were strikers that seemed to know nothing whatsoever about wrestling, grappling. So he fights John Guarin, which looked like he was about the same size as Gaethje, maybe a little bigger, but clearly bigger than Ilya, just like Gaethje looked like when they squared up at the White House. Ilya struggled grappling with this dude. Struggled grappling with him. Because he wasn't... It's kind of like Pereira. Being able to bully guys his size or smaller. And then he's in the gym with Robeles de Spain. It's like, oh, snap. No chama? No chama today? And Despain's like, save the chama for your mama. Remember that? So, you look up the credentials of John Guarin and... dude does not have the credentials of Gaethje. Does not have the wrestling credentials of Gaethje. Nowhere in the vicinity. And Ilya was struggling grappling with this dude. And he was exhausted. This fight only went to the second round. And he was absolutely exhausted with him. Now the dude, Guarin, ended up getting choked out because, again, he didn't even have any wrestling credentials. He was just big enough and strong. And he didn't look, if you looked at the guy, he didn't look like he could reverse curl 135. He didn't look like an intimidating dude. He was just a little bit bigger than Ilya. And Ilya got him in a guillotine, choked him out. And this dude, nothing even close to the credentials of wrestling like Gaethje. Gaethje throws some head kicks pretty smoothly. And Ilya has been obviously not knocked out or anything, but he's been caught with some head kicks. Both, as you already know, in the UFC, in some of his earlier fights, and even before the UFC. He tends to get kicked from the on the right side of his dome pretty often. So if that's something that they're watching tape on and preparing for, he leaves that open a fair amount of the time, and they land a decent amount of the time. Now, if Gaethje could throw a head kick with that power and precision that he throws his leg kicks, Ilya leaves that dome open quite a bit. Ilya's been cut a few times. He's been cut above the eye, on the forehead quite a bit. I mean, if you don't remember, he was busted open against Volkanovski. I thought maybe against Max as well. I'm not positive, but for sure against Gaethje. He often, not only does he leave that head kick open on the right side, he dips into it, Daniel Comer style as well. He dips into it. So if I can't remember the dude's name, the dude that looks like the Joker that coaches Gaethje, if that Trevor something, if that dude is watching this and gets Gaethje to be prepared for Ilya to dip to the right, they could set something up beautiful right here. It was very interesting watching fights of Ilya before he was in the UFC and then watching him against Yusuf Zalal. It was almost like if Ilya was fighting with like little kids pre-UFC. Then he fights Yusuf Zalal, and it was like a rude awakening. Yusuf Zalal, like the wrestling against Ilya, it was like something Ilya had never seen before. It was a totally different level of grappling. And I don't think that Yusuf Zalal has the grappling, the wrestling that Gaethje has. So if Gaethje cares to utilize it, that's going to be a big separator right here. Something Gaethje needs to watch out for with those leg kicks is Ilya really likes to throw punches. He likes to try to time those leg kicks and throw punches like right as they land, if not before. Ilya tried a lot of submissions on Yusuf Zalal, and he just kept losing them. And again, this ain't Gaethje. He tried a lot of submissions on Yusuf and could not pull him off. He had to get a decision win over Yusuf. And he cheated on that fight a lot. He was grabbing the cage a lot, and the ref had to yell at him. Then he had his toes all mangled up in the cage, and then he kept hitting Yusuf on the back of the head, and the ref had to call him out on that. And then he was actually pulling on his shorts. It was crazy. So he fights dirty. He got very, very tired and very sloppy in the third round. Kept getting caught with elbows. Kept shadowboxing, kept punching out air, kept missing Yusuf. All his takedowns were getting stuffed. And I don't think Yusuf's cardio is as good as Gaethje's. Bad fatigue at the end of the third round. It just kept getting worse and worse. Hopefully that counts for something, Andre Dondora. I don't want to get you messed up, man. Who knows? Anybody could do anything with a flash knockout. Somebody gets caught out of nowhere, and that's it. It doesn't even matter who's the better fighter. We all know that the better fighter has lost, thousands of times? People get caught with stuff. But that's what I have, man. I think I got to go for Dustin, man. Dustin has shown to be... Shoot, man. I think it's just a matter of him not doing that stupid throw caution to the wind thing that he's so known for. I keep saying it, if he fights him like he fought Fiziev, Dunzo, that's it. I don't care if people are booing. If he stays patient and fights him like he fought Fiziev, that's his fight to lose, man. ARJR has just blessed the Junta. The Junta. Thank you, bro. Thank you, dude. ARJR has also blessed D Coop. Dang. Dang. ARJR with another one, bro. AB. Justin gets touched, but he breaks your legs and breaks your face. Yeah, he is full of himself. It's hard to figure out how to say this without sounding like some kind of reality denier, without sounding like a hater. Because anybody, it could be some casual, it could be like a man on the street type stuff. Like, look at this fighter's last 3 finishes. Or it could be someone that watches the sport obsessively. They watch Ilya against Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and Oliveira, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's the truth. He's the greatest. I get it, but people are just so quick quick to abandon any and all context. I mean, people want to do that all day with Khabib. People will, whether it's Khabib, whether it's John Jones, whether it's GSP, people will pick all these dudes and find ways to discredit them. And why they actually aren't the GOAT. And it's got to be a recency bias thing. And all the people that are just in love with Tapuera right now. I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm not saying he's the worst fighter ever. I'm just saying something has to play into it. Because like all these other legends, everyone's just more than happy to pick them apart. But just like with Pereira, like there's something about the dudes that are active right now. They're just like untouchable to some people mentally. And then maybe when some time goes on and then you have the new kid on the block, then you're like, yeah, actually, maybe he wasn't as good as we thought because of A, B, and C. But I'm just saying, I get it. I understand how dominant Ilya has looked because of those outings. But you have to. If you want to be honest with yourself, you have to consider the context. Like, we could go back now and look at the context with Conor McGregor about, that Nate Diaz victory, Aldo, Alvarez, and be like, okay, at that point in that place and time, it looked like he was this immortal, like crazy mythological figure. And now people are laughing at him. Even the thought of him, they don't even think he's going to step in the octagon. It's not even that he's going to lose. They don't even think he's going to show up. Like, look how quickly how they turn, man. Yeah. Oh, that makes me angry. James Bishop, the White House card will get more eyes on it. A prediction video is a good idea. I would like to make one, man. I really would. I really would. It might have to do with how much more I'm able to stream this month to make it make sense, bro. Because I really, really, really did not stream like I should have this month. And let me do this just for the heck of it, because I'd be stupid not to. I know there's not even an event today. It's not crazy, but put up a goal right now to help make the month of May a little stronger. Oh, shoot. Somebody's being generous in the PayPal. Let me shout them out. I don't want to shout out shoot. I don't want to shout out your whole name. I'll just say Julian. The homie Julian. Julian just threw down 10 big ones in the PayPal. 10 big, gigantic ones in the PayPal. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Julian. Julian. Amazing. Thank you, bro. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for showing love to the channel and to the continuance and longevity of the channel, bro. Dang. Oh, I did not see that juice box. Shoot. Let me see. Let's see. I can't tell what's new. Shoot. Is it on? What is it on? Like his Instagram or like on YouTube? I'm sure it's as good as ever. ARJR, thank you, bro. Void Faith. Thank you. Thank you, ARJR, for blessing them. I mean, Gaethje. By the way, let's remember, I've always made fun of Gaethje. I've never been a Gaethje fan. So I don't want people to get the wrong idea here. I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, I don't know if you're messing around or if you're just sincerely asking, James, if Gaethje's won 3 in a row. But he was on. It's funny because he was on quite a winning streak. He was 17-0, and then his very. Oh, no. He won the first one. I thought it was the first one he lost. He won his first UFC fight against Michael Johnson, but then he lost to Eddie Alvarez. But, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Has he ever won 3 in a row in the UFC? Yeah. I mean, but again, James Vick. He beat James Vick in the first round. He beat Edson Barbosa in the first round. He beat Donald Cerrone in the first round. And these weren't like in 2024, These are when these dudes were competitive. Then he beat Tony Ferguson. So that's 4 in a row. So, again, I get it. It depends. A lot of it depends on who you're fighting. But at that time, this was 2018, 2019, James Vick, Barbosa, Cerrone. And, it's like he's always said. Like he said for like the last, decade or so, the people that he's fighting Khabib, he's fighting Oliveira, he's fighting Fiziev, he's fighting Poirier, he's fighting Holiday. Like he's fighting the guys, Well, that's why I keep saying it. Because I picked Gaethje to beat Pimblett. And there were definitely moments in that fight I was like, bro, don't make me be wrong because you're an idiot. Why are you taking all these shots to the dome? You look like you're getting rocked. What are you doing? And then, of course, after the fight, he's going to say, oh, well, I could tell. I knew I could take them. As soon as he landed, I knew I could take those all night. And so, I took some to give some, whatever it is. So he's going to say, of course, from his perspective, oh, that was my game plan. Oh, yeah, I could take him. And maybe I was faking it a little bit, like Josh Hokus style. I was playing it up, playing possum. But who knows? I mean, I think we know. But that's what he said. So it's like, hey, but Gaethje, but still though, don't do that. Don't chance things. Don't be a gambler. Fight him like you fought Fiziev. Even if there's a couple boos, even if your corner starts booing you, fight him like Fiziev. Yeah, here's what people forget. Because look, again, I feel like a lot of people, all that exists to them are Ilya's last 3 fights. That's all that exists. When you watch his other fights where he's getting touched, he does not look resilient. It weathers him. He gets tired. He gets exhausted. He fades. He starts taking a bunch of elbows to the face. He panics. He becomes a wrestler. It's like nobody remembers that he ever had any other fights. And look, listen. If the fight happens and I'm sitting here watching and they touch gloves, okay, ding, the fight starts and Ilya comes out and knocks him out with one punch, I'm not going to go, I don't understand. I'm gonna be like, ah, dang it. I'll get it. I'll understand it. I'm not trying to paint the picture here. You guys don't understand. Ilya's a bum and he's gonna get knocked out. I promise you. I'm not saying that. Gaethje tends to fight like an idiot, and we know that Ilya has one punch knockout power. That could absolutely happen. But I'm just telling you something else that could happen as well. People are sleeping on the way Gaethje fights. He has effective pocket boxing. Oh, yeah. And good takedown defense. Absolutely. I don't think he wins, but don't be surprised if he wins. Yeah, that's fair. Ilya also has never had someone attack his legs like, yup. And Ilya's stance is susceptible to them because of the, yup, absolutely. And that's where he thrives. Ilya thrives with that boxing and in a boxing stance. And if he keeps that boxing stance, Gaethje's going to kick his legs off. And if he's trying to bait Gaethje to kick because he wants to catch it and wrestle with him, Gaethje has fantastic takedown defense. He has fantastic wrestling. If Ilya doesn't go for the wrestling, which, again, I think is going to get stuffed, and he has to adjust his stance because of the kicks, now he's going to be fighting at a disadvantage. He's not even, it's going to be an unrecognizable stance. It's going to be like, who is this guy? He's going to have to fight totally different. Thank you, Tom Bout. Yeah, I actually can't either. It's Geodudes. Not that long ago, I was thinking like a lot of the other people, and I was like, it's a foregone conclusion. This ain't going to be competitive. I don't think that way anymore. No, yeah, Max was getting at him because Gaethje was fighting. There's two Gaethjes. Gaethje was fighting. I don't know if he didn't respect them or what. He was fighting him like an idiot, like an absolute idiot. And I don't know if it was like, oh, this is a BMF fight. I got to fight him like a BMF. I don't want to fight him like Charles Oliveira. Oh, well, then that's what you get, bro. I don't know. Thank you, Vic Shade. If I remember, I don't think Bryce did that good against him. Didn't Bryce had something, though. Didn't he, like, take him down? He had, like, one takedown or something. I thought he did something to him. He had, like, one thing that people were, like, clinging to. I think Bryce got a takedown. Something like that. Okay, Bryce did decent and made Ilya miss a lot. That's interesting. Made Ilya miss a lot. Also managed to take Ilya down. Okay, there we go. Bro, hey, James Bishop, here's the weird thing, because I always got to remember this. Just because I pick someone doesn't mean I'm rooting for them, but I can't see myself not picking Conor against Max. I can't see it. And Ilya, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Ilya is talking about this matchup. He not only does he think Conor's going to win, for everybody out there worshiping Ilya, your guy, Ilya, the Magic Man, he believes Conor's going to win. And he wants him to win. Ilya's going really hard. Ilya is being quite literal. He's being quite literal about the whole to be the man, you got to beat the man type of thing. Because you know how he wants to single white female Conor McGregor? He basically wants to be Conor McGregor. He wants to steal and like overtake his essence. He's basically like, yeah, I'm going to take that literal. To be the man, you got to beat the man. He wants to beat Conor McGregor so he could steal his essence. And so that he could, that's why he had to separate with this lady from Miami so that he could be with D. Devlin. He's going to try to be the new Conor McGregor, like literally. Hoser, the relationship goals. Hoser, the relationship goals. Just threw 76 big ones and 81 little ones into the PayPal. 76. And just says, get it, cuz. Yeah, get it, cuz. Get it, get it, get it, cuz. Get it, get it, get it, cuz. Yeah. 76-81. Thank you so very much, Hoser, the relationship goals. Hoser, the hashtag power couple. Thank you very much for being a blessing. Thank you very much. That's huge. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Thank you, man. Thank you. For real. Um, he's so jealous of Armin, and now he's making stuff up. I've noticed he's talking about the fight, the amount of videos he's created of him clearly pays. Yeah, he's oh yeah, he does. He bought some followers and stuff on Instagram. Like if you Google or like look up Ilya and bots and Instagram and stuff, you'll see like the sketchy movement. And you'll see like all his followers, like they were just created that day and they have 0 friends, 0 followers. It's so weird. I bet $2,000 on Emmett that fight. Dang, that's when you converted, bro. From then on, it was like never again. Put some respect on his name. Dang. Hey, I know the feeling, bro. I remember I doubted Kamaru Usman one too many times. I know that feeling. Yeah, he looked off, and some people were saying, I mean, Gaethje, it was kind of like a Ilya and Josh Emmett kind of situation. Like, Gaethje should have looked better against Pimblett. And maybe he can't come out and say it. I bet he would love to, because it would excuse a whole lot of stuff. But a lot of people were saying it was because the staph. It was the staph infection. He was on antibiotics. That's why he looked so sluggish and terrible. Hopefully that's what it was. It'd be pretty amazing if Ilya was just really obsessing over that fight, and then he comes back and it's a whole different Gaethje that's not having staph infection. What's up, bro, Bruce Wayne? I get it, UFC spacey, but I mean, people thought the same thing. People thought the same thing when Gaethje fought Pimblett. He's too old. And I told people, heck no. Heck no, doesn't matter. You got that old man strength. I keep telling people the UFC is an old man's game. When you look at all the divisions and the champions on a consistent basis, honestly, at this very moment in time right now, I don't even know, and I don't care. If you look at all the champions and their ages, I don't know. Right now, it might not be in my favor, but most of the time, and I'm not saying, oh yeah, go back to like 2016 or what. I'm saying even in the modern era, most of the time, the people that hold the strap are not the younger dudes in the division. And of course, at some point, they're going to lose. And it's probably not going to be to someone older, because that's just the way things go. But most of the time, the people that hold the strap are older. And I don't think that's an accident. I think it's an old man's game. And people doubted Gaethje against Pimblett. I said, Chale, that doesn't matter. People doubted Volkanovski against Lopez. I said, Chale, that doesn't matter. Volkanovski's going to win. I don't think that... I mean, Gaethje has plenty of other reasons and ways that he could lose the fight. I don't think age is one of them. I think that Ilya's bad cardio much outweighs Gaethje's age. Heck yeah. Hopefully this is okay. I don't see it. Hopefully this is okay. It looks like it's okay. Marloca just threw down 19 big ones and 69 little ones. The official prima of the Mexican martial arts. She says, Primo, I'm lurking. I have to lurk for now. I'm almost home so I can enjoy the dojo to the max, to the fullest. So just everybody know right now that Marloca could hear all the love and community and camaraderie. Just not able to fully participate at the moment. But thank you so much for being a blessing. Marloca, thank you. Mm, yeah, I think Patty. It's kind of disappointing, man. It makes you feel like a lot of these fighters are punks. A lot of these fighters, like Patty Pimblett, like you're saying, they look like they should be fighting at a much heavier weight. It's like, why are you a punk, bro? What do you want to do? Fight at 125? Like, be a man, dude. Be like Josh Hokett. Josh Hokett, man, what a throwback. That dude's a savage. Um, Ilya fans say Armin doesn't deserve a title shot for his behavior. Ilya sucker punched Patty, tried to fight Josh Hokett when he was getting attention for his little Napoleon little man complex. Yeah. He shouldn't be fighting for a bout. He's too emotional. It's definitely a double standard. I think it's just in the way they carry themselves. It's just the UFC and Dana White or whoever, they fall for it. They get manipulated. Ilya like tries to carry himself like this little mogul, like this little rich, I don't know, like this little proper kind of dude. And Armin, hey, honestly, like I gotta be honest, he kind of carries himself like a little thug, like a little rebel rouser. Like this dude, the way he was power walking out there trying to find that one dude at the MVP event after he called him out. He's walking out there with all his goons just trying to fight backstage. It's like, dude, it looks bad, bro. Like Ilya seems just as unhinged, but look, like, and look, I hate, I hate to use words like this, but I think Ilya is more of like maybe has some narcissistic qualities where he's so self-aware he knows how to hide it, like kind of like Al Bundy. You could be like a serial killer, just killing chicks left and right, but you're like a narcissist that knows. You're like so self-aware and so full of yourself that you know how you want to pitch and present yourself so that people fall for your bait, Then you got other people who are just like wackadoodle-doo, like Armin Sarukian, who just like, they're like too instinctual almost. Like, and they don't have that cover to know how to hide it. Like I feel like Ilya has a little bit of that like American Psycho type of quality to himself, where Armin is more like if Ilya Tapuera is American Psycho, Armin Sarukian is like Sonny from The Godfather, just like a hothead that doesn't know how to put it away, doesn't know how to hide it. Someone pointed out before Oliveira had decent success interrupting Ilya with the leg kicks, and Oliveira stopped throwing them. I think Justin will spam those to slow down Ilya and his forward pressure. So, I've talked about it a lot. I'm not saying I am a hater or anything now, but I used to be a gigantic fan of Oliveira. Gigantic fan. Long before he even got the title. And I forecasted he would win the title when everyone was making fun of me saying he was a journeyman. I said, just wait. And he won the title. And then he got real full of himself and he got all Gucci'd out and he started liking the smell of his own pedos and everything. And it got a little bit annoying. And I think he's a dude that tends to get a little bit cocky, a little bit overconfident, a little bit full of himself. And he knows it. He's admitted it. His corner was angry. They were yelling at him for it. He abandoned the game plan. That's why I keep saying if Gaethje stays patient and fights like he fought Viziev and doesn't abandon the game plan, I think he's going to be okay. Only Justin has knocked out Poirier with the head kick. See? Yeah. Ilya leaves that head kick open and he dips into it. Daniel Comer style. So if Gaethje's smart enough, if they watch that tape and they're ready for it, ooh. My neighbor, who's an amateur boxer, says that Ilya has some of the best boxing in MMA right now. He reckons if Gaethje is going to have success, he needs to chop legs and pressure forward. Yup. Not only is that Gaethje's game, it's just the perfect storm, you know. Not only is that Gaethje's game right there, Ilya does not thrive in that environment. Like I was saying earlier, every time in the fights that I was taking notes on, when Ilya gets pressured with that forward movement, he gets like impatient and panics and goes to some sloppy wrestling. That's a good observation. Are you watching Johnny Football versus Bob Menry? I don't even know what we're talking about. What the heck is that? Johnny Football versus Bob. What the heck is that? I don't even know what that means, bro. Oh, it's one of those brand risk things. When does that come on? Let me see. Who are these people? I don't even... Manziel and Maneri? I don't even know who these dudes are. What are they known for? Britton Norwood and Alvin Varmal, Andrew Garcia, Deshaun Prather, AP the fighter, Ethan Stern, Gabe Silva, Anderson Silva's son. It says in parentheses. Anderson Silva's son's fighting. Malcolm Peck, Antonio Williams, Haskell Rhodes Jr., Dom the Troll, Tommy Tough Knuckles, No Neck Jay, Shane Chance. I'm an island boy. Island Boy Fly Soldier versus Jeremy Smith. Michael Beasley, Pam's brother, versus Lance Stevenson. Ray J versus Super Hot Fire. Johnny Manziel versus Bob. Dang it, I don't think I am gonna watch this. This looks... I don't even know any of these dudes, bro. Let's see. Brand Risk 14 start time. When is it? How do you even watch this? Do you have to get on the dark web to watch this? It starts at 8 o'clock? Bro, it don't even start for another hour and a half? Dang. How do you watch it? Oh, it's just free? Free on all major streaming platforms: Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and X. Oh. Well then, yeah, everyone could just watch it. I feel like I'm super behind in the chat. Let me shoot. ARJR. Oh, it's doing that dumb thing again where it's not keeping track of the goals, huh? Perfect. I guess days I could do it where I'm just sitting down talking. I like to be better. I like to be better than the other channels. But it's not always practical. Me wanting to be better, made things harder for me. It made me have a slower output. So maybe that's not the best way to go. Dude, it is so good to see you, Coffee Potamus. Heck yeah. Coffee Potamus been out there looking for some beans. So good to see you, man. So good to see you, man. Oh, yeah, Ben. Oh, the Rico and Usyk fight already ended, bro. They had it early. Oh, Coffee Potamus with the contribution. Thank you, man. Heck yeah. Hip Hop Anonymous. Thank you, Coffee Potamus. Yeah, Ben, it was lame, though, bro. I was so excited. I made a video about it, like, last week. I was so excited that they were gonna fight at the pyramids, but they burned us, bro. They rickrolled us. It was just like Fight Island. They might as well have shot it at the Apex. You couldn't even tell. It was just in a dark venue like any other place. Mm. Yeah, it's kind of dumb when they talk about like all the manifesting stuff. Cause all your opponent has to do is go, oh, well, I guess I'll just manifest that I'm gonna beat you. And then what? It just cancels itself out. um. Oh, what the heck? Oh, what the heck? I didn't even see this. What? Wait a minute. Let me check in the back end real quick before I get ahead of myself. Bro, what's up, Drew? You gave another $50, bro?
Flow goes deep like the ocean.
Amazing.
It burns so hard, grab the lotion.
What?
Might hit the three-wheel motion.
Who's that doing?
Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Am I right, Miami?
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
Dude, thank you. Thank you, what's up, Drew? Look at that little shredder. Look at that little fox shredder. Thank you, bro. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, dude. Wait, what the heck? Wait, whoa. I missed a bunch of chats. Hold up. Oh, wait, that was from last week. Oh, that was from the last video. Never mind. That was from last time. Wait. I'm so confused right now. Oh, that's the one you gave. That's it. Dang. Thank you, what's up, Drew. That's amazing, man.
Soda, we don't care about the algorithm. Soda.
We don't care about the algorithm.
Soda.
Thank you, what's up, Drew. Heck yeah. Little baby shredder, little non-threatening shredder. I always forget that Gaethje's Mexican. I always forget about that. Oh shoot, I don't even know, Angel, because I'm so far behind. I don't even know what I was talking. I think I was laying out like all the perfect reasons why Gaethje's gonna beat Ilya. James Bishop is I know I haven't been kind to him so far. I know that he's a Ilya fan, and I've been exasperating the situation. Dude. Wait, is this another one? Hey, I think this is from earlier. Remember I said I didn't get a email with it, but thank you, Angel, for the 10 big ones. I think that's the one from earlier, but thank you, bro. Let me check. Angel Padilla threw 10 big ones down somehow while he was working. He was multitasking. He donated from an alternate timeline. Yeah, it looks like it was an earlier one. Thank you, man. It finally came through. And then he went and contributed to the goal that's not even refreshing. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Angel. Bro, a lot of people were doubting Volkanovski. It was disrespectful, bro. It was so irritating. I'm a Volca maniac, bro. Oh, heck yeah. Hulk, it's the truth, bro. When I was in, no, that doesn't make sense. If I was in high school right now, I would put Josh Hokett as all my answers on my math test because he's the truth. Even if it's wrong, it's right. And my teacher tries to correct me, I'll say, well, you're wrong because he's the truth. And then she'll go, oh, snap, you're right. Um, what? I think Justin's gonna kick Ilya's legs, which could nullify his power, but Ilya's got a hard low kick and his legs are very short. Justin's gotta be very close, and Justin rarely has that skill. Justin can land heavy low kicks in the pocket. The fight's gonna be very interesting. Do you like Jesse Lee Peterson? Jesse, amazing. He makes me laugh. He says some crazy stuff sometimes, but I remember there was a couple years ago where I was just watching him a lot. And I haven't been so much lately, but yeah, he makes me laugh.
What is it like knowing your family and your friends don't love you?
The pocket is where everyone gets KO'd by Ilya. The prison pocket. Hey, but the thing is, Geodudes, the thing is, bro, I mean, I keep saying it. I know people are getting sick of it. But Ilya, listen to me. Brother, listen to me, brother. So listen to me, brother. Listen to me, brother. So Volkanovski fought Makachev, right? Alexander Volkanovski fought Makachev. And he beat him, let's be honest. He beat Makachev. And if you don't think he beat Makachev, it's somewhat similar. Somewhat. Listen to me. Somewhat. Before you get overly aggressive and stuff like that. Somewhat. The Makachev and Volkanovski fight was somewhat similar to the Strickland and Chamoyev fight. There were big disagreements on who actually won the fight. And it came down to, what the heck? How do you guys actually judge these fights? Why do you show us that A, B, C, D, and sometimes E and F matter? Why do you show us all these stats and go on about them, talk about them, push that narrative the whole time, but then say that they won because of this other thing over here? Why the sleight of hand? So I think maybe it's not exactly the same, but I think it was similar. And I think if you're going to be fair, you would agree it was at least similar. A lot of people think Volkanovski won that fight, and it came down to, okay, how you guys going to judge fights then? Not only did it come down to, hey, how are you guys going to judge these fights? I think it also came down to, hey, to beat the man, you got to beat them, how do they say it? Like, you have to do enough against the champ. And it's like, no. Wait, that's Ric Flair came up with that. You either won more rounds or you didn't. Which one are you guys going to stick by? That you have to do something crazy and ridiculously impressive and go above and beyond to actually take the strap, or just win enough rounds the way you're supposed to according to the rules. Like, which is it? So Volkanovski argumentatively beat Makhachev the first time, right? And then he took a short notice fight against him right after that. 11 days notice. 11 days notice. It was supposed to be Oliveira. 11 days notice. Let's see here. He was gaining weight. He was drinking. He was out of shape. 11 days notice after that war. Then he gets kicked in the head. He gets concussed. He gets concussed. And then, let's see. Came in on 11 days notice after a war. He was drinking. He had to lose weight fast. And then he got concussed, right? Four months later, less than 4 months later, after he gets head kicked, concussed, because he took a fight on 11 days notice after he'd been drinking and eating and partying and eating and drinking and being merry. Less than 4 months later, took a fight with Ilya after being concussed. So, I'm not going to hold it against him. Like, what happened? He's supposed to be this tough dude. He's supposed to be the rugby man. He was not the guy he was supposed to be. He went through a war that he won argumentatively, then took a short notice, super out of shape. The whole fight for him was just being Gina Carano, just losing the weight. By the time he got in the cage, it was already over. Got concussed, went into another fight 3 months later. I mean, he just wasn't himself. He was not himself. It was terrible. He shouldn't have done it. Marloca with the little fox, with the little mascot, the mascot, el mascote con bigote, de Mexican martial arts. Thank you. And thank you for contributing to the goal. Marloca that's disrespecting us and not even updating. It's ridiculous. This is not like a one-off anymore. This is happening consistently, and it's very uncool that it's making everybody feel weird and not know where they stand. It's really ridiculous. I don't know why this has been happening lately. But thank you, Marloca. I mean, the whole Makhachev versus Volkanovski thing, if you think that he won all those other rounds, then that's like saying, shoot. Again. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar to saying, well, then Chamoyev should have won because the takedowns. Oh, well, he didn't do nothing with the takedowns. Oh, then cool. Then Volkanovski should have won because Makhachev didn't do anything with all that ground time. He was just holding him there. He was just spooning him. He didn't do anything with it. The ref should have been like, what the heck, bro? Should have stood him up. He wasn't doing anything with it. That's why I say, make up your mind, judges. Which is it going to be? If it's going to be the same across the board every fight, cool. Then we got to live with it. What happens, happens. But when one time it matters and then another time it doesn't, nah, that's dirty, bro. Hoser the power couple. Just a hello to the GM and Dojo, the gal included.
Flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the three-wheel motion. Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Hoser the relationship goals. Hoser the relationship that others aspire to be, to have for themselves. Hoser the beautiful night out on the town by candlelit dinner. Hoser the always and forever. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, but with all disrespect, Sage Sam, with all disrespect, that doesn't really matter if Volkanovski got suspended because of a cut. Sean Strickland won. He won the title from Chamoyev, and he just got a 6-month suspension. He's falling apart like a Mr. Potato Head. All his arms and limbs hanging by a thread. Like, somebody pushed back on that the other day when I made a comment in one of my videos. I was like, "Oh, hey, how funny that the judges said that Strickland won because he did more damage. Looks like Chamoyev won because apparently Sean Strickland's falling apart. He got suspended because of A, B, C, all these different things." And then people were like, "Oh, pick a side, bro. First you were talking about how he came in with the shoulder injury, trying to actually be unbiased, and now you're saying that he got it because Chamoyev. What happened? I thought he had it before." Dude, he got suspended because of like 5 injuries. It wasn't just the shoulder. Forget about the shoulder. But my point is, you could win the fight and get suspended. That happens all the time. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. He took him down and held him the rest of the round. Exactly. Why didn't he do anything with it? Why didn't he put him in a crucifix? Why didn't he ground and pound him like if he was Khabib? Why didn't he go for submission attempts? Some real ones, like not trying to stall. Heck yeah, that's what I'm saying, the kid. The fight came back. I did think Volk beat Islam. I'm telling you, dude. I remember I was sitting there. I didn't stream that one. I remember I had just got home from selling cars. I came home. I was eating some Carl's Jr. and I was watching it. And I was like, dang, I was dirty. I showed up at the absolute perfect time. I'm all the way here for the Topturo True thing. Every one of his last 3 wins has massive asterisks next to them. See, I love this, but I'm also sad for James Bishop because I'm not trying to start any beef with James Bishop. I'm not trying to start any beef, bro. But I love it, dude. I agree. Heck yeah, Suma. Heck yeah. And, dude, I'm ashamed of it a little bit. I kind of considered taking it down because I'm embarrassed of my form. It was some CrossFit form. But I was kind of making fun of Pereira, so I didn't mind too much. But it bothered me. Like, I didn't want anyone to take it serious and think that that's how I get down. I was thinking of uploading some more. I want to do some, like, serious ones where I let people know what's up. You know, I think people forget. You know, remember my push-up videos and stuff like that? People are disrespecting lately. But heck yeah, Suma, put that work in, dude. Well, okay, I'll give Islam round 2. I'll give him round 2. Yep. Bro, wait, are we talking about Bro, Volkanovski was kicking Ilya's butt, bro. Did you forget how that fight went? He was winning the fight. On the scorecards, he was winning. He absolutely outclassed him in round 1. Ilya looked terrible. He busted his face open. Not only did Volkanovski win round 1, he was winning round 2. And then he just got caught. This was not an outclassing. This was not there's levels to this. Ilya's the new thing. Volkanovski won by all metrics, completely won the first round. And he was winning the second one. It's not like he was brutalizing him and beating him at every, he was choking him, he was kicking him more, he was punching him more. Volkanovski was winning, and then he got caught. And then he just, but again, you got to consider this. Volkanovski came into the fight and won round one handily, entirely. 3 months after being heavily concussed. And so he already wasn't even his full self in the round that he absolutely won, clearly. Then in the second round, again, being a shell of himself, being a concussed dude not 3 months before, got caught. But still, besides that, won the round. So it's like, what are we talking about? Yeah, Ilya did not look good in that fight, bro. I kind of wanna watch it right now, dude. Like, I want to watch it as I'm talking to you guys. Like, I want to, dude. You guys are getting me. Jeez, man. Let me see. Where is it at? Man, Fight Pass acts like some doo-doo plessy sometimes, bro. Okay, let's look this way. There we go. All right. Here we go. We never change, do we? All right, let me tell you what's going on right here. Okay, so the fight's about to get started. They're squaring up right here. All right, the fight is started. They're touching hands. Let's see what's going on here. Head kick. Okay, so Volkanovski was doing his homework. Do you remember we were just talking about earlier? The first thing that Volkanovski went for was a head kick. So he was doing his homework. Ilya gets upset. He comes forward with the 1-2. Volk stops him by throwing a leg kick. Kick to the body landed from Volkanovski. Leg kick from Volkanovski landed. Volkanovski going for some jabs, trying to find out how easy he's going to be able to penetrate that guard. Volkanovski just slapping at his guard. Another kick to the body landed for Volkanovski. Inside leg kick landed for Volkanovski. Tapuera's not doing anything yet. Nothing's going on. Kind of just staring at each other. Volkanovski tries to throw another kick to the midsection. Not quite close enough. Just taking their time. Another inside leg kick from Volkanovski. Ilya tries to blitz him. He backs up. He's not there. Ilya's punching at air. Ilya tries to advance on him. Volkanovski kicks him in the stomach. Inside leg kick. Then he kicks him in the head again. Ilya tries to come forward with the jab. Volkanovski stops him, puts his left hand out. Volkanovski stops moving forward. Volkanovski goes for another head kick. This dude was clearly doing his homework. It looks like Ilya's hoping that Volkanovski's just going to be stupid and blitz at him and counter. It's like he's just waiting for a counter. Another kick to the midsection from Volkanovski. Volkanovski just pitter-pattering at his guard. Leg kick from Tapuera spins Volkanovski all the way around. Patty cake. Volkanovski lands a jab on the face of Ilya as Ilya lands on the stomach. Another leg kick from Ilya. Couple jabs to the face from Volkanovski. Ilya comes forward with the left hand. As he lands it, Volkanovski lands a leg kick. Ilya trying to threaten with a shot to the midsection. Ilya, I believe he landed that overhand right. Leg kick from Ilya. Ilya tries to land to the midsection. Volkanovski backs up. Volkanovski comes forward, step through. Big left hand landed on the face of Ilya. Ilya tries to come forward and blitz him, but Volkanovski's not there. Backs out of the way. Ilya tries to advance. Volkanovski lands a leg kick to the midsection. There's a lot of hesitation from Ilya. He just keeps like following him around. Just following him around. Ilya tries to come forward again. Volkanovski lands a kick to the midsection. Ilya thinks about a leg kick, bails. I think that was a jab to the stomach from Ilya. I think it landed. Ilya comes in. Volkanovski lands a 1-2. Ilya lands a 1-2. Ilya comes forward with a step through, big right hand. Volkanovski gets out of the way. Like you could see it coming a mile away what Ilya was trying to do. He's just throwing big old haymakers, just loading up. Little switch kick from Volkanovski to the midsection. So Ilya is bleeding on his hairline already, on his forehead. I thought I remember he bleeds from his nose too. I'm not sure that was this fight. He bleeds a lot. I'm not sure if it was this fight. He bleeds like Meili. Left hand landed to the face of Tapoera. Inside leg kick. Ooh, that was a big one from Volkanovski. Another leg kick from Volkanovski sent Ilya back. Volkanovski tries to come in, takes a big elbow to the face. Ilya's trying to talk to him. He's trying to say something. I don't know. I think he's saying it's just business. I don't know. Leg kick landed from Volkanovski. Ilya, it's like he's like bullfighting, like Volkanovski's bullfighting. And Ilya just could not get to him. Ilya gets, well, let me rewind that. Ilya, what was he trying to do? He goes for a leg kick. So Ilya threw a stupid, ill-timed Rosenstrike type haymaker. Volkanovski ducks under it, grabs him by the midsection. They're clinched up, throws a couple knees to the body. Volkanovski throws a little jab to the stomach as Volkanovski throws a big knee to the face on the break. Jab landed from Volkanovski. Jab landed. Kick to the midsection as Ilya tries to close the distance. Bunch of shots missed from Ilya. Volkanovski just keeps backing up out of it. Nothing's going on right now. They're kind of just walking in circles. So, I mean, that would... First round, like... Okay, so Ilya's bleeding all over his nose. Bridge of his nose is open. He's leaking down his nose, leaking on his forehead. So, opened up his face in multiple areas. Sitting down, looking disheveled, looking like a broken man. Nose cracked open, looks like he's cut on the hair, looks like he's cut right below the left eye. Volkanovski's over there drinking a Dr. Pepper. Okay, here we go, round two. All right, so not too much going on yet. High kick from Volkanovski, high on the chest. Volkanovski goes for another kick. Ilya lands a jab on the face. Volkanovski lands a jab. They're playing a lot of patty cake right now. Volkanovski keeps switching stances. Ilya lands a right hand. He's trying to back up Volkanovski, but Volkanovski does have that problem where he just backs up and he doesn't sidestep. He doesn't circle. He just goes back. And the guy in front of you is going to keep going forward, so that doesn't really help you, bro. Jab landed from Volkanovski. Lots of patty cake. Leg kick from Volkanovski. Lots of patty cake. Volkanovski kept switching stances. Volkanovski lands a couple jabs as Ilya tries to close the distance. High kick from Volkanovski landed on the guard mostly. Little jab to the stomach from Ilya. Right hand landed on the chin of Volkanovski. I think this is the sequence right here. Is it? No, it's not. Hold up. So there was a right hand landed on the chin of Volkanovski. He backs up, starts circling around a little bit. Ilya throws a right hand, misses. Throws a left, misses. Throws a right, misses. Finally lands a little bit of a left on the chin. Volkanovski catches him in a clinch, knees him to the body. Volkanovski's against the cage right now, throws another knee to the body on the separation. Ilya comes forward, tries to throw a left. Volkanovski backs up, lands a jab. Ooh, is this it? No, it could have been. Volkanovski overcommitted to a left right there. Got a little confident. Overcommitted to a left, left his chin wide open. And wow, I don't know how Ilya didn't capitalize on that one. Ilya kind of just puts his hands out on his neck and kind of just postures on him. Volkanovski comes forward and lands a big right hand, backs up Ilya. Left hand landed from Volkanovski. Left hand landed on the guard from Volkanovski. Yeah, they're showing all the head, body, leg strikes. Volkanovski was definitely leading. Definitely did more damage. He has Ilya bloody in 3 places on his face. Little switch kick from Volkanovski. I don't think that right hand landed from Ilya. Ilya throwing some feints. A little bit of patty cake. Jab landed from Volkanovski. Ilya landed a jab in return. Jab from Volkanovski. Inside leg kick from Volkanovski, got caught with the right in the process. That's what Gaethje has to watch for. But Volkanovski has been throwing a lot of inside leg kicks. I think Gaethje's going to be a lot safer with the outside leg kicks. Jab landed from Ilya. They both landed jab at the same time. Jab landed from Volkanovski. Teep landed from Volkanovski. Inside leg kick from Volkanovski. Ooh. Volkanovski overcommitted again. Then he got caught with one. Then he landed one and landed another one. Another jab landed from Volkanovski. Another jab landed. Little left hand to the body from Ilya. Leg kick from Ilya. Jab landed from Ilya. Leg kick from Volkanovski. Kick to the body from Volkanovski. Little feint from Ilya. Volkanovski landed a double jab. Ilya landed a right hand. Jab from Volkanovski. Leg kick from Volkanovski. Body kick from Volkanovski. Jab landed from Volkanovski as Ilya tries to get in. Right hand from Ilya. Right hand from Volkanovski. Ooh, oh, that's the combo. Okay. So, what happened here? So, Volkanovski landed. He landed a kick that mostly landed on the guard, actually, of Tapoera. Volkanovski threw a left hand. Ooh, wow, that landed flush on the chin of Tapoera. Okay, that backed up Tapoera. It wasn't that one. Then, okay, Volkanovski threw a solid left hand that landed right on the already busted nose of Tapoera. Then he threw another one. Ilya slipped it and immediately was ready with the right hook that landed right on the mouth of Volkanovski. He responded I think he landed that. Did he? He tried to throw a little jab back, but did not land it. Trying to reset. Threw a jab, missed it. Ilya came forward. He faked the body shot. I don't think that landed. Looks like Ilya faked a right hand to the body. So Volk was trying to block that body shot. Left his face vulnerable. Ilya threw a left hook, landed that right on the temple. Wow, wow. Wow, immediately followed up with the right hook. But that landed on the back of the head. Not even close. Not even, it was like, this is like some serial game type of stuff right here. Like, this is the backest of the back of the head. Boom, right, just right and flush as you could be on front of the face. Just right across the front of his face. That's what put out Volkanovski. Then he had a left hand that grazed him when he was already down. He was already down. So that was it. Ilya faked, it was just a good slip. It was a good slip from Ilya. Volk landed a big, solid left hand, made him real confident. That nose already bleeding. Landed big on it. He's like, yeah, let me do it again. Threw it again. Maybe got a little bit too predictable. Ilya slipped that one and didn't just slip it. It was like, what do you call it? There was a term for it that we would use. It wasn't like a 1-2. It was like bam. Like it was beautiful. As soon as he was throwing it, he was already like bam. Like he landed it at the same time he slipped it. And Volkanovski wasn't expecting that. So he slipped it, boom, landed. Volkanovski tried to save himself a little bit, threw a jab. It bounced off the glove of Tapuera. Then he was gonna fake one to the body. It was like a straight, actually. It wasn't a hook. He was going this way. Because if he was trying to go this way, then he was going to have to change his momentum and come back this way. That wouldn't have made any sense. Ilya faked that he was going to go in straight to the body like that. Instead, he went, whoa! So he went like this, and Volkanovski's like trying to guard his body, left his face open. So he went like, boom! Like if you could see that little, he's pretending like I'm going to go right here. Boom! Caught him in the face, and then the next one, just right across just right on the surface of his face. And that was it. It was kind of like what they're saying with Verhoeven and Usyk. Volkanovski was just dominating this dude the entire fight. And then he caught a feint to the midsection, and he got put down. A concussed dude that takes fights on short notice. What a surprise. Oh, bro. DDP gonna work Usman? Dang, you still didn't put no respect on his name? Yeah, dude, for real. He would have fought Jake Paul. ARJR, what's the goal for the month and how far are you from achieving it? I don't know, man. I might have to tell you that in another stream. I feel like I feel like Marloca always. Marloca. Oops. Oops. Oh, dang. Good thing Marilena doesn't watch the streams. Dang. That was a Floridian slip-on. I feel like Marilena always tells me dang, that was bad, huh? I feel like Marilena always tells me toward the very end of the month when she's freaking out. I don't know, dude. Like, for real, I try not to be so, and I know I should be better at that because that's part of, like, what has gotten me into the bad situations that I've gotten into over the years, but I try not to think so much about money and stuff because it just feels gross and pathetic and disgusting because I just want to make good content. Yeah, I feel like it changes, man, cause a lot of it has to do with the kids. And I've told you before, you know, I know some people would be like, well, just tell them no. Just tell them they can't do it. But it's like, I don't want to make my problems my kids' problems, you know? It's not cool. And Jesse Jr.'s ridiculously good at sports, and he's playing club now. He's playing club, and he's doing very well. And it's like, well, that's pretty darn expensive. So that's a new thing that came into our lives that I'm trying to figure out now. And Marilena wants me to get a job still, because it's hard to get a house without a job, because then you have to go off of like your last 2 years' income, which if you're a subcontractor, which isn't that good when you're me, you know, on YouTube. And if I just got a job, then it'd be pretty good. It'd be like if I just got a job that had a decent wage, then I'd look good on paper to get a house. But right now, like no one's gonna give me a house, you know. Let me fix this real quick. It's just been it's been a little bit of a nightmare renting. And you know, I feel for people that you know, it's not like I think I'm special or anything, but um we were homeowners for, shoot, man, I don't how many years. And then we started renting, and it's just like stuff messes up and they don't care, and they put things off forever, and you're taking cold showers, and terrible, man. I really took being a homeowner for granted. um David, dang, I feel like I haven't seen you forever, bro. Well, I guess it's too late now, huh? I already finished the fight. Ilya beat a shadow of the Volk. Most of the wars, one of the fighters is never the same. Maybe the age Volk wasn't the same after. I thought we were on the same page here, bro, and then you said some crazy stuff. It's because of the concussion, dude. He took the fight with Islam on 11 days' notice when he was chunky and inebriated, and the biggest fight for him was the weight cut. He shouldn't even have taken that fight on that notice. Then he got concussed, and then he fought Tapuera when he was concussed on like 3 months' notice. It was crazy. It was like the UFC set him up. He just had a gigantic concussion head kick to the dome. 3 months later, he's fighting Ilya? And the fight, he got head kicked in and got concussed, and he shouldn't even have been in that fight. Some dirty stuff here, man. Yeah, Ilya throws, that's funny, James. Ilya throws a ton of feints. He throws a ton of feints. Which is why he probably gets so tired. Yeah, that's a very good point, Days. They can't just get enthusiastic about the head kicks and not be intelligent about setting them up. Let me see what I remember about that one. Yeah, I did watch that one, Sage. Yeah, that's the fight. Ilya got wobbled with the head kick, and then he turned into a wrestler. He got wobbled with it, and then he's like, I'm just gonna wrestle. And then and then he got kicked in the head again in that same fight. And then he became a wrestler again. He's like, heck no. He just kept going for takedowns. He got cut on the forehead in that fight. It seemed like he was struggling with the reach and the striking of that dude. Yeah. I mean, Ilya's not the invincible dude that people think he is. Hey, Gutta Marley, it's crazy to me, man. It's crazy because Volkanovski looked so much better than Ilya in that fight. He was dominating that fight. Even being a concussed individual on his back-to-back fight, on his back-to-back short notice fight, he looked as good as he did. It's just it amazes me. Like it every time really is like seeing it for the first time because I'm just shocked how it just, dude, it's not the way. Every time I watch that fight, like deep within all the muck of how everyone talks about that fight, it's like I really am seeing it for the first time because it's like this fight isn't how people act. This fight isn't how people talk about. Because when I watch this fight, this isn't what people pretend it was like. So it's like, hold up, I'm seeing something different here. Old man Volk still win the rematch if it happened. Heck yeah, dude. GM, you have a great eye for the sport. I don't think I could ever pick up on all the little intricacies. And thank you. Thank you. And I'm patting myself on the beanie here. I feel like I could do even better. I feel a little self-conscious right now because there's people watching, and I didn't want to be too boring. And I feel like there was parts I wanted to rewind like 4 more times and like be even more precise with, but I didn't want to be too boring. But I appreciate that. I try my best. Soy un pochito, ¿ok? Soy un puchito. A mí no importa. David Zimmerman. Jesse Jr. Sports Fun. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, I really can't even. It's weird, man. It's weird. Like, I'm not like I'm not being like a proud parent that's delusional. He's really good, bro. He's really good. Really good. And there's like no way I'm going to make him experience the consequences of me being a weirdo for a living. You know, I need to make it make sense. He's talented and he loves it. Thank you, David. James Bishop. We could disagree to agree. GM. It's all in good fun. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. I appreciate that. There's some people that they can't adhere to that, bro. They get very emotional. So I appreciate that. If you have 15% down, I wonder what that would be like. If you have 50%, bro. 15% down? Who? Rockefeller? If you have 50% down, you can go with your last 12 months of earnings. It doesn't, bro, because I don't. I don't know. I think people might get the wrong idea sometimes because we're in a chat like this, and people are just amazing. People are amazing. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I should stream more. I don't know. But we're in a chat and people will donate and it's like amazing. But if we're talking about for the month or like on a month to month, like I don't make a lot of money every month. Not even. I feel like everyone in this chat makes more money than I do every month. So I think there's a little bit of a delusion when someone's a YouTuber. There's like this wall of people think, well, surely they must be making good money or they wouldn't be doing this, right? They would have stopped a long time ago, right? But then you get people like me that are just really stupid and don't know how to let things go. But yeah, my last 12 months earnings would not get me anything, bro. I wouldn't even be able to get like not that I want to, after the things I learned in the industry, But I couldn't even get a little pre-owned car, bro. I wouldn't get financed for anything with my earnings. Anybody that says cope is non-credible. Anybody that uses the word cope is dead in the water. Expand your vocabulary. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I gotta respect that, David. If he's if you're hey,
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
if you're taking your opportunities as, hey, it's not for my ego, it's not for my pride, it's not for bouts, it's to put food on the table, it's to provide for my family. Hey, I can't hate on that, bro. Do your thing, Volkanovski. Puss in Boots will KO Justin. Sorry to the homie that dropped 500. Oh my gosh. Dang. It's weird because even with all the stuff I'm saying about Gaethje and how I feel like he could and should beat him, there's still that part of me that feels nervous about it, you know? But I feel like super, like I'd be interested to hear your take, James. I'm super. Well, I mean, okay, Jay. I think you're an outlier, bro. I mean, I guess I shouldn't make a blanket statement, but I think you're an outlier. But if you want to call me out, okay, fine. But again, bro, I mean, if we're going tit for tat, I mean, I don't regret it. I don't regret it. But I decided to start a family, and I gotta feed them. I gotta buy them clothes. I gotta pay for their school stuff. I gotta pay for all the electricity they use. I gotta pay. Like, I mean, dude, it's not. If I was just taking care of myself, I would be content with, you know, I don't gotta make much, you know. But I got people that I'm responsible for, man. That puts on a lot of pressure. I've said it a lot of times. If I was a bachelor, I would just eat hot Cheetos and play Resident Evil all day. But I can't do that. What the heck was I saying before that? Oh, James, I'd be interested to hear your response to this. Even though I'm saying all this stuff about Gaethje and Ilya, I'm still a little bit nervous, but I feel super confident that Armin would beat him, though. Do you think Ilya beats Armin? Tombout. 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 Thank you so much, Tombout. Thank you for showing the love, literally. Thank you, Tombout. Isn't it ironic that Dana minimizes Khabib while Trump doesn't shut up about it? I guess they just got different, you know, Dana being the dude actually in the business. Dana being the... What the heck is this? Why did this open? Dana being the dude that, you know, it's in his best... See, it's in Dana's best interest to discredit dudes that are no longer active, because that elevates people that are current. So Dana doesn't want to give the fans the impression that the best fighters are from yesteryear. That's not good for business. Trump is, you know, he's an older dude that's just, you know, gonna be a little bit unleashed and say whatever he feels like. But Dana, that's bad for the company. Khabib being the GOAT. The GOAT's supposed to be active. They need the GOAT to be selling, you know, Paramount buys, you know. Thank you again, Tom Bow. ARJR Marilena Hush Fund. Heck yeah, man. That's a necessary fund right there. I tell her like this. You really do hate Francis Ford Coppola. I just hate the word cope. Like, here's the thing. I have nothing against people. If they want to expand their vocabulary and talk to me like an adult and disagree with me and actually articulate different points of who's right and who's wrong and why, fantastic. It's literally just the word itself, cope, that just seems so juvenile. And like image, like I don't know. I feel like as soon as I'm talking to someone and they throw out a word like cope, it's like, oh, you're 9. I don't even know if you have your parents' permission to speak to me right now. This might be an inappropriate conversation. I'm not saying that of you, David Zimmerman. I know you're just referencing it because of something else. Oh, you're a beautiful soul, Jay Smith. Thank you for saying that, man. Thank you for being so loyal. If you want to really lay out the facts, Volk had taken 4 fights in 1 year, culminating in the Yair fight. He decided to take some time off, so he went on vacation and then fought Islam on 12 seconds notice. Well, that's, bro, don't be annoying. That's why I said I don't regret anything. I'm just giving you some perspective, bro. Like, people could give perspective. What do you want me to do? Just shut my mouth about it? Why would I stream and not talk? That wouldn't make any sense. I'm supposed to respond to stuff, or else streaming makes no sense. Look at them beautiful hearts. Thank you, bro. ARJO! When you start your GM kicking scripture channel, it will get better. Once or twice a week to start, it will work. It makes me feel so stupid, dude. It makes me feel so stupid. But you know what? And again, maybe it's this condemnation thing I've been talking about lately, ARJR. There's a lot of parts of me, right? I always talk about all these different parts of me. There's a part of me that feels like because I know you're being positive and encouraging, right? But there's a part of me that thinks, wait a minute, I don't want to do it just because I think that'll make things better. I don't want it because now I feel like I'm doing it for the wrong reasons, and that's not right. Those shouldn't be my motivators. And then I talk myself out of it. And it's like, it's just all, you know, of course that's not of God, you know. I'm just finding ways to trip myself up. But I'm just telling you that gets in my beanie, man. Interesting. Okay, Days. Okay. Armin. All right. But I'm not betting on it. It got a little better, huh, Julio? I think Hokit saved it, right? I think people started to. It's weird. It's very weird how people started to come around at the possibility of the Gaethje fight possibly maybe being competitive if Gaethje plays his cards right. I don't think I've ever seen anyone work a man into firmament like that, bro. That's pretty cool, bro. Well, I know, T. Copum. I know, bro. I know. It's kind of like when things are just thrown into like the cultural zeitgeist. Like narcissist has been a word forever. Clocking, like I clocked that. Hey, but they've been talking about that since the cowboy days. Yeah, I clocked him as soon as he walked right in here. Gaslighting, yeah, all these things have been around forever, bro. But obviously there's like kind of like a cultural thing going on right now where all these things are coming. You know how like this new, what are they called, Zillennials? Where they're kind of acting like they created everything for the first time ever. They're kind of just hijacking everything. It's just, I don't even know how else I know it's a word, bro. It's just like I feel like certain kinds of people use it in certain kinds of ways, like ad nauseum. No, I think I'm caught up, Jay. I'm pretty caught up, bro. No, I get it. I get it. No, I 100. I agree, David. I just. I feel like I don't know. I just, bro. I've lived my whole life, right? I've lived my whole life, and it wasn't until I got deep within like the ugly corners and recesses of the MMA community, like the last few years, that I've ever heard people say cope the way that they do. Like I've lived my whole life working different jobs, being around different people, different cultures, different friend groups, different relationships, and it wasn't until I got deep into the ugly, dark, moldy recesses of the MMA community that I started hearing cope, 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 and it's like, it just feels gross, dude. It's like, it feels like an immature reaction to I think if I had to define it, like my problem with the word cope, here's what I think it is. Because I'm somebody that likes to beat something to death, man. Like if we're going to disagree on something, let's really flush it out. Let's talk about why. Let's go point for point, tit for tat. Let's really go at this. Let's make sure who's right is right. And to me, my interpretation, when someone uses the word cope, 100%, that's someone who doesn't want to do that. That's someone that's, in a nutshell, to me, the word cope, and when someone uses the word cope, it's 100%, like the majority of that word. I feel like the majority ownership of that word is, in a nutshell, dismissive. I feel like if there's two different people and they disagree on the outcome of a fight, they disagree on whatever, they disagree on the judging, on the points, on whatever, and you have one person, because this is what happened during the Chamoyev and the Strickland fight. There's one person that will be saying, I don't think that this was right, and I think they did that wrong, and I think they overlooked this, and this part doesn't make any sense, and how come that happened? And if you notice this part, this took place at this area, and that was very fascinating, and I thought about this other point. You have one person doing that, and you have the other person going, cope! Wah! Cope! And it's like, oh, I know who's who. Like, there's, I keep stopping myself from what I want to say because I don't want to alienate anybody. I feel like there's a certain kind of, like there's two different kinds of people, and there's a clear type of person that when one side is trying to articulate and give reason and logic to something and trying to really fully, lay out a situation, and the other person is going, cope, cope, cry more, cope. It's like, oh, you don't want to talk. You don't want to hear. You're going, the people that say cope, this is them in a nutshell. Ah, la, 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 ah, la, 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 la. And like, it's like, oh, I can't talk to you. You want to shut down conversation. You're being dismissive. You're talking like an elementary student. You don't want to hear my argument because it might threaten yours. I think that's my biggest problem with the word and the meaning behind cope. It feels dismissive, and like I feel like people that use that, it's coming from people that don't want to have intelligent conversation. Everybody, Jay Smith is here. Woo! People ignore me too, Jay. Bro, I'm the one in front of the camera and people ignore me, bro. What? I don't know if I've ever heard a black dude say cope. Is that a thing? Did they start it? They started woke, didn't they? So stay woke. What the? I won't say the word. But you're criminal. But you're a criminal towards this misadventure in predictions is due to your fondness to a particular individual was appetitudinous. Therefore, your insolence is inefficacious. Dude, apt conclusion. I've been seeing every single one of my comments go in there. I guess I gotta cope with it. Oh my gosh, brother. Heck yeah, Jay. Heck yeah, dude. You guys went out and did it? Are you serious, M. Alvarez? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You cannot just... Dude. You can't just... I'm a woman. I'm a Chinese woman. You can't just say stuff like that and it's true, bro. I just watched the fight. Volkanovski was 100% dominating. You can't say that. That's so insulting, bro. I just sat through the entire fight. That's insane. I forgive you, Angel. ARJR. A workman is worth his wages. If it blows up because you're bringing truth, elevating the Lord and winning souls, whether you know it or not, the Lord will guide you and let any blessings you get glorify him. Yeah, you're right, bro. I do have an angle, because I legitimately want to do something that is gonna change lives, bro. That's gonna edify people that are already in that direction, and be able to equip them and to show people who are on the other side, who are being misled. And to expose some loudmouth people that are leading people astray. Like I was telling you the other day, I feel unequipped, bro. I watch other channels that do it, and it's like, why would I even do it? They got it covered. I can't do better than these guys. They're great. But there is something that I was thinking what I would do that I don't see anybody else doing. And I thought, that's funny, because that's something, it's not like I'm just trying to find the hole in the market or whatever, but it's like, that's like something I'm super passionate about, and no one happens to be doing it, or at least not that I know of. But yeah, you're right. Gaethje is one of my favorites. I would like to see him win. Don't know how much about Tapora except for your criticism of him, which has almost entirely shaped my opinion. So, I would just encourage you, bro. If a lot of Ilya's, I think all of them actually, which was interesting because I've done so many fight breakdowns over the years, and man, it's so frustrating how many fights before people get to the UFC are like not findable. all of Ilya's fights before I was looking at, I mean, I guess there's amateur too, but everything that shows on the Wikipedia, you could find on YouTube. And then when he gets to the UFC, you got to go into Fight Pass. But, I mean, I would encourage you, bro, scope the Wikipedia, and every one of those pre-UFC ones, you can find the whole fight on YouTube. And then if you have Fight Pass, you can watch them on there. Paramount is like garbage, dude. I try to find fights on there, and they're so hard to find. I find them no problem on Fight Pass. But some of them are on YouTube as well. They frame them all weird so they don't get copyright. Your faith is so strong, I don't see that changing. You would still be doing it for the right reasons, GM. It's okay to hope it pays the bills as well. Dude, I remember I used to work. I've told you guys this. I used to work for iHeartMedia. It used to be called Clear Channel Radio back in the day. And I remember I was on they called them remotes. I was on a remote with this one dude, with one of the on-air personalities. And of all places, we had to go to a casino. We had to go to a casino and set up a booth over there. And we just, it was like I don't know, like an hour drive or so, at least. It was like maybe hour and a half. And we were just talking. And I remember, even back then, bro, dude. That was a long time ago. And I remember talking to him about, dude, to be able to make your living and pay your bills doing something like that, like something for God, that's, like, I don't want to use negative words like jealous or whatever, but like people that get to do that, it's like, I aspire to that, man. Like, I want to be like you when I grow up, man. Can't even imagine being able to, like, that's got to be so fulfilling. That's got to be like the most, like how they talk about like an honest day's work, and like being able to live off because you did that. That's got to be the most rewarding feeling, man. Uh-oh. Bro, so he was beating him on the scorecards, and he had his face busted open in 3 different locations. 3. It was like if Ilia Tapuera's face was a video game. Volkanovski had already, like, he'd already like dominated so much of the map. It wasn't like early on in the video game where it was still grayed out. Like, this dude, he already had access so many different parts of the map. This dude had so many missions, so many side quests going on. Some of them they're just ways to make money. Like, he was all over that map, bro. Tapuera just looked lost. The whole time Tapuera was just like trying to like walk up to him, and then he's getting jabbed in the face, kicked in the leg, kicked in the midsection. Okay. And then he tries to get to him again, jabbed in the face, kicked in. Okay. Walks to him again. It was like, dude, push some buttons. Adam DP4JG. JY. I don't know why I said that. Adam DP4GY. If you're going to call out other spirit YouTubers, can you make it like drama alert stuff? Oh, you mean like call out other YouTubers that make like faith-based videos? Wow, that's funny. I don't know, man. Wait, did that happen? Do you think Ilya paid someone his brother knows how to expunge his pre-UFC fights from the internet? I don't know, dude. Probably. That's probably. Have you seen that thing where he's going like this? He probably had to, bro. He probably had to have a lot of different types of videos expunged from the internet. If you know what I'm saying.
Whose hot dog is this?
6, you will reach people that they can't reach. God will bring them to you. You know I'm going to be there in the chats. Let's go. That's weird, man. It's true. It's weird. Same thing with these channels. It's weird. It's so weird to me, like, when I get a comment, someone's like, oh, this is cool. My first time seeing this channel. And I've been like, bro, how have you dodged me for 10 years? It's weird how different people could reach different people, man. What are you talking about? Why do you always gotta be upset, bro? Imagine GM with Mr. Beast money. Shoot. I'd write songs again. I'd write songs again. Man. Yeah. It's weird when you think about stuff like that, because it's like, sometimes I think we all think like that, you know? If I won the lottery, what would I do? Or how? And I just think like I would, I'm being completely honest. If I like won the lottery, or like funds weren't an issue ever in my life, you know what I would do? 100%. I'm not saying, I don't want to be messed up. I don't want you to think I would be like I would disappear as far as this. Because when there's no pressure with this, it's fun. And I love to have a good time and make people laugh. But like I'm saying in general, like on the daily, I would become absolutely obsessed with the study of scripture and sharing that 100%. And when I realize that, I go, uh-oh. And I realize how bad it is to think that way. Because it's like, so you're alive and breathing, right? And you can't just do it just because that's what's in your heart and that's what you're supposed to do. It's gonna rely on money. And then it starts to feel weird. It's like, oh shoot. You know, I've always, you know, consciously been against that getting your ducks in a row type of mentality. Like, that's not good. You should do what you feel moved to do, what you feel is fulfilling and would be a blessing and what's the right thing to do, not get your ducks in a row. Everyone knows there's a negative connotation to that, getting your ducks in a row. And then sometimes I catch myself in the fact that that's what I'm doing. But it's scary, man, because we live in a very physical, very tangible world with obligations and responsibilities. It's not like some movie where it's like, oh, you did the right thing and then everything was perfect and everything. It's not like some perfect script, you know, everything fell into place. There may be some stuff that don't get paid, and then you get messed up, and then you go to collections, and then you can't, whatever, they take your car. Who knows, man? It's scary. I don't know. I mean, with all fairness, everybody's perspective is gonna be entirely different. And Alvarez, everyone's like, I have to get it, bro. Everyone's perspective is gonna be different. So I get it. I mean, the fact that you say Volk definitely won the first round, then immediately I got to be like, all right. It's not like he's being crazy. It's not like he's trying to say he didn't win the first round. I mean, the fact that we could at least agree on that is like, all right, we're not being crazy with each other. How closely related to Brazilians do you feel? Because Brazilians are just Mexicans that kept walking. I don't know, dude. I know there's a lot of weird stuff when it comes to Mexico and that territory. And there's a lot of dudes in my family, in my lineage, that look a lot more Spanish than native Mexican. So there's already that. And then yeah, what you're saying, I mean, there's a lot. Who knows, man? I thought one time I thought it'd be kind of interesting to do like a 57 and me. But then it's like, no, because I know there's like a lot of agendas and sketchiness behind that. So I don't know if they're going to go and clone me or something, you know? So I don't know. I kind of be fascinating to learn more about that, but I don't know if it's worth it, man. Yeah, Dana. Yeah, exactly. Dana's trying to ruin Khabib's reputation, trying to lie. And it's so weird because Khabib has been so public about his reasons for leaving the UFC. So it's weird that he would do that. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like it wouldn't make sense for me to watch the brand risk card. Because it's like, people are literally, I mean, it's on YouTube. So I kind of feel like, who's going to watch this and that at the same time anyway? It kind of seems like it doesn't make sense. I don't even know how to find what's the main page for that? I feel like I'm seeing a lot of channels that are reacting to it, but I'm not seeing what's the channel that's doing that. Yeah, it's like I don't even know. I don't know. I was looking at it earlier. I kind of feel like most of the people here couldn't possibly care less about that. I was looking at it earlier, and I didn't know anybody on that card. Um, yeah, I agree, bro. I agree, Luis. I agree, man. I've thought about that before. Like if all my aspirations and everything had come to pass when I was like a lot younger, how that would have possibly changed my life and who I am. So I believe that, bro. David Zimmerman. 8 years later, and this channel still rocks. My homie Corey is still watching from heaven. David, I feel bad that I even have to ask you this, bro. I hate it when stuff like this happens. But hopefully you've been watching long enough that you know that I struggle a little more often than from time to time with my memory. Is this the situation where, like, you told me before that he introduced you to the channel? that you had a homie that introduced you to the channel and then he passed away? It's so weird, man. Like, I know I never, like, obviously never even knew the dude, but just, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, there's still some kind of weird, like just knowing that somebody ever, like, gave me the time of day and enjoyed anything I did here and maybe gave them some kind of happiness or entertainment or anything positive, and they're gone. It's like in the, I don't know how to say it. It's like there's a type of like mourning there, cause it's like, oh man, like I just feel like these people that show up here and watch the videos, like they're like my friends, you know, like my internet friends, like they're homies. We're like-minded. We like the same kind. We have the same sensibilities for the most part, sense of humor, perspectives. You know, that's why people gravitate towards certain YouTubers, and it just makes me sad. Like, that dude's not here anymore. Every day when you're walking down the street, and everybody that you meet as an original point of view, and I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Man, I love that song. What in the world made you think of that, bro? ARGR, if you let him take care of you and be your provider, it's not scary. I speak from experience. Watching him provide never gets old. Dang. I start the channel. It's called Beanies and Bibles. The beanie and the Bible. Oh man. Oh man. The Bible beaner. Shoot, man. It's on Kick. That's weird because it said it was gonna be free on Kick. It was gonna be on YouTube. It was gonna be like on Twitter. It was supposed to be on all these things. Maybe it's just the fact that they're letting people stream it. Dude, why don't I know how to internet? I can't find anything. I can't find anything, bro. It's kind of a cool name, like Brand Risk. That's actually kind of cool. Like they're putting their brand at risk, getting in there and putting it on the line and stuff. Like it's pretty good. I literally just typed Brand Risk in the Kick, and I don't even understand like how I'm not finding it. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Super chats are no longer available. What the heck? What's up, Cody Chapman? Oh, heck yeah, Jay Smith. That's why I'm always listening to other stuff. Taking my mind off of my mind. His name is Corey Reynolds. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Corey Reynolds. And he introduced me to the channel 8+ years ago. And he also gave me a dog who is still alive at 14 years old. I remember that now, bro. Now, I'm not. I know that sounds stupid, but I feel like we've had this same. I feel, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like we've had this same conversation at least 2 other times when you've like wanted to shout them out, and I'm like, hold up, and then I like try to reiterate. As soon as I read Corey Reynolds, it felt familiar. Shout out to the homie Corey Reynolds, man.
Flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion. Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Shout out to the homie. Belgium, heck yeah, dude. We just watched Kickboxer last night with Jean-Claude Van Damme from your neck of the woods. Heck yeah, dude. Wait, is he from Belgium? I thought he was. Close enough, right? I don't know, dude. It's so dumb. The chat, like, I can't even. I feel like they're not even gonna be. Like, no one's gonna care about the goals anymore because it doesn't even show it. It's ridiculous, dude. It's showing that the goal ends in 1 hour and 1 minute, but it's still saying 0 out of 50. If I look on the back end, let me see. It's just stupid. It's like pointless if it doesn't show publicly for people. On the back end, now look, I should probably stop doing this. The thing is though, if I do it the way I've been doing it, it kind of at least gives me okay, if we reach the goal, then I'll know that it takes care of this bill and like maybe that bill. When I don't specify it to like a certain color, then it's all over the place and I don't know what I could count on. But the way I happen to do it today, it's counting the green ones. And we should be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9 out of 50. It's all right. It's all right. Híjole. It's aight. It's aight. Bro, Beanies and Bibles, that'd actually be a good channel, dude. The name is kind of funny. We all know you do it. Beanies and Bibles, Bibles and Beanies. Yeah, Dana is just... They're going to have to call him out on the Breakfast Club again about Khabib now. He'll never go back, though. Heck yeah, David Zimmerman. I mean, that kind of thing, it's... I don't know, man. It's kind of like he... I mean, again, I never met the dude, man. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, in a cool... Oh, 10-10, 10s on 10s. I'm just saying, like, in a cool way, like, in this community, it's like he lives on, man, Like, vivaciously through you, bro. From parts unknown. For the homie. For the homie. For the homie. Marloca with 10. Thank you. Oh yeah, I only count. So the goal is only count. By the way, I'm not poking my nose. I got something like on the outskirts, like some weird skin thing. I don't know what's going on. It's because I put the goal for the, It's just there were other people that were being generous as well. David Zimmerman showing some love. Thank you, bro. Thank you, David Zimmerman. We doubling up. We doubling up. We doubling up like it's in Ireland. Jay Smith started the weight loss mission vid up so you can see. Oh, heck yeah, dude. I got to go check that out. Heck yeah. I'll show you some love on there, bro. Heck yeah. Poor pockets, rich spirits. I'm just glad you're here, bro. I'm glad that you're doing well and you're gracing this community, bro. ARJR con 11. Con 11. Unbelievable. ARJR 12, 12, 12, 12. Brother, thank you, brother, brother, brother. Hey, Jay Smith, do you want people to know, like, would you want me to like post it here? Would you want people to see it, or do you want to stay like are you shy? My my homies from Texas, the homie Alejandro from Voto Studios, he went to Ireland at least one time, maybe a couple times, but at least one time. And he was hyping it up, man. Like, he said it was such a beautiful place. He loved it. He loved it, man. Mm-hmm. Wait, what's going on here? What's going on? Wait, James has a channel too now, or what's going on? I'm very confused. So anyway, okay, cool. You got dual citizenship in Ireland? Did I already know this? Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. This is where you could find the Jay Smith journey right here. Go show him some love. Some love and encouragement. Spam him, stalk him. I called this months ago. Ireland. Ireland. From Lighthouse Glow Birthers. I love Ireland. Ireland. Wow. Heck yeah, Jay. Heck yeah. Oh, shoot. Much love, David Zimmerman. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Thank you for sharing some of your life, some of your time, some of your day with us. I hope you have an amazing evening. And I hope that we see you again very, very, very soon, bro. Have a good one mañana. Lord Racer feels like somebody's watching him. Marloca with the lucky 13. Marloca with the hearts that are green. Thank you so much. What the heck? GM, that makes me feel weird things. That gives me mixed emotions, bro. um, I felt a little bit weird when I missed the boxing match, but then I kind of didn't because I felt like they pulled a fast one on me, and it wasn't even at the pyramids. And I felt like a lot of people here wouldn't even care about that fight anyway. And ARJR, making sure that we don't have any odd numbers in the chat. Thank you, bro. GM, we need a lore episode. What are you doing after selling cars? Are you full time on YouTube now? Yeah, I'm full time on YouTube right now. I don't know, dude. I was just about to say, like, I feel kind of weird because I streamed after the fight with, like, no UFC fights or anything today, so I kind of felt like I was just wasting your time, like, streaming for no reason. And it's funny that, like, as I was saying that, you're talking about a lore episode. Like, I wouldn't think that anybody would care about something like that. But I did stop selling cars. It's weird, man. It was like a spiral. I feel like when you start selling something, it's kind of like, I feel like once you're thank you, Lord Racer. I was fishing for compliments. I was hoping you would say that. It's kind of like when you go into any kind of sales, you're just a salesperson. Like, if you sell cars, you could sell solar. If you sell solar, you could sell vacuums. If you sell vacuums, you could sell your soul. Like, whatever. Like, it's just salespeople are salespeople, you know? Thank you, Lord Racer. Well, thank you, Curtis Green. Heck yeah, let the people know. It's the least I could do, Jay. I made sure of it. I made sure it was the very least before I did it. Fights, we don't need no stinking fights. Yeah, I started. Look, long story short, I started this channel. Who am I fighting? I'm fighting myself, bro. I'm in the fight of my life against myself and all my crazy decisions. I started this channel when I was working a pretty darn good job. Making pretty decent money. And very, very soon after starting this channel, there were mass layoffs. The company went public, sold itself to some gigantic overseas company. I take a dive for GM. You're too kind, bro. And I lost my job. And then I was like, ever since that moment, I was like, well, time to go all in. And I was trying. It sure feels like it, bro. I was trying to make this take off. And I was dipping into, I mean, there wasn't really any savings to begin with anyway, but dipping in the savings, living off of credit and loans and just going into debt because I felt like I had spent too much time and money and resources on this. I'd gone too far. It was too far to go back. I felt like it was already so much time and energy invested into this venture. I have to see it all the way through. I have to just keep going. And I kept getting into more and more debt till it got to the point where we were going to, like, lose everything. Stuff was going to collections. Things were bad. Couldn't pay back anything. So me and Marilena had some serious conversations. It was like, all right, I got to go get a job. And the easiest thing, like, if you have a pulse, you can get into sales, especially car sales. So I got into car sales. I applied everywhere. No one would hire me because I was doing YouTube for years. I had no resume, just YouTube. It's probably like, what the heck? Who's this? So I got into car sales. It was terrible. Ugly industry. The managers treat you like garbage just as much as they do the customers. It's just a terrible place to be. And then I kind of transitioned out of that because I ran into someone that, you know, I was into sales for a couple years, and I ran into someone that I had known from my earlier sales days, which, you know, sounds like a long time. It was only a couple years, but he's like, oh, I'm in solar now. It's so much better. And so I took off. I left car sales and went and did that with him. And there's a lot of freedom there. It felt cool and everything. But, bro, people hate you when you sell solar. They don't believe you. They think you're a scammer. And unfortunately, there are a lot of scammers out there. So it makes it hard for people that are trying to do it the legitimate way. Not only did I used to sell solar, I had solar. And I mean, maybe there's some places where you could live, some states where it doesn't make sense. But being in California, it was absolutely like, it makes sense to get it. I mean, I see my bill now, and I remember, I don't have solar now, and I used to have it. Shoot, man. In California, you're crazy if you don't have solar. And, you know, I did that for a while, but it was just soul-sucking, man. Everybody hates you. Everybody yells at you. They think you're ripping them off. And every once in a while, I would just be, like, super sad about, like, what I was doing, and I just kind of missed the old days. And I would stream every once in a while. And then I would just get so much love. And people would be like, what are you doing? Come back, bro. What are you doing? I was like, what? I thought everyone would have forgot about me and moved on already. So I was like, okay. And I'll stream again. And people are being supportive. People are donating. I'm like, what the heck? Started playing around making videos again and streaming. And yeah, I'm doing it full time now. But hey, full time is full time. When you don't have a 9 to 5, full time is full time. I'll wake up. And, you know, I've been getting up earlier lately, so I could try to figure out how to make videos and stream. You know, there's days I'll be up before 7 a.m. and I'm already working on looking up what's going on in MMA that day, recording videos and trying to do stuff on the back end, fix thumbnails, metadata, all the SEO and all that. Hopefully do a stream some days. If not, I'm just working on like ideas and scripts and stuff. And then sometimes I'm doing that, living and breathing it till like 2 a.m. And it's like, man, that's no way to live. It becomes an idol, you know? So I am doing it full time, but it's more than full time because it's just, it's not a real job, you know? And I literally am currently just living off of the generosity of the people in the community, which is, it's a tough thing. I mean, I struggle with feeling guilty a lot of the time because of that. But I am doing it full time. Some months are strong and I feel good about it and I pay my bills, and other months are really tough. And then it's always like, maybe I should rethink things. Every month's not going to be the same. Some months are scary. Maybe those months when they're super good are the, maybe those are the exception to the rule, you know? Because I have more bad months than good months, so. A video came up for classical music, and it was GM on the piano singing the songs that he made at home. Play the guitar. What? You hyping me up, bro? The sun rules. Yeah, in Florida. Heck yeah, you could use solar in Florida for sure. That's amazing, Lord Racer. That's amazing, bro. That is hardcore, dude. For real. Marloca. Green hearts in the chat for Primo. And todos los shingalamones. And Shangalamonangonas in the dojo. Thank you, Marloca. That green, man. I love green. That's a little parody right there. I love green. Look at all these hearts. These celebratory hearts. Beautiful. Beautiful. What the heck? What the? In the Discord, what the heck? Cochinos. What's up, tea drinker? I think I'm going to make some green tea when I go inside right now. I need something a little bit sweet, man. Something a little sweet. I'm trying, tea drinker. People ain't showing up, bro. It's looking like, it makes me not even want to do it because it's embarrassing, dude. It makes me want to hide my views. Like my last 3 videos, like you could see it 100% teetering off. My last 3 videos didn't break 10,000 views, bro. It's pathetic. I don't want to stay along long enough. I don't want to stay around long enough to become the villain, you know? It's embarrassing. It makes me want to make them unlisted. But thank you, bro. I'm glad that you like them. Thanks for sharing that, bro. It's awesome to hear about your life. You are a super intelligent guy. Thank you, man. I would recommend you to get into teaching, big dog. You would make an excellent English drama teacher. It'd be fun to teach something like drama, bro. Yeah. That was some of the funnest times of my life, man. I actually said that to somebody earlier, like recently, and it made me feel weird. It felt kind of pathetic that some of the happiest times of my life were so darn long ago. But when I remember being on stage and being like in like the plays and stuff like that, it was like exhilarating, bro. There's something so fun about it. I'll be like that drama teacher from Glee or what? The low budget Justin Timberlake guy. Thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words, Curtis Green. I probably had to do quite a bit of schooling to ever be any kind of a teacher, but I try to teach on here, bro. Hopefully I could get back to teaching the Mexican martial arts, right? But thank you for the very positive words. Hopefully I could use some of those strengths in this little venture right here. Party ARJR. Dang, ARJR done went and made it odd himself. Dang. He's mixing it up right here. He's switching stances. Mid-fight. He's giving us some different looks. Nothing to be embarrassed about. The edits are fire. Just got to keep at it. As long as MMA Joey's around, you'll never be the villain. Oh, man. We got quite a diverse community, don't we, Tea Drinker? It's ARJR. I was kind of getting motivated to kind of pick it up again this week. This last week was a real tough week for me because of some local shoots that I had to do 2 different days. Was it this last week that I also had to go to the mechanic, or was that the week before? This week really messed me up, man. I had to go to the mechanic. I had to go do a shoot on 2 different days, like all-day shoots. Even if I think the mechanic might have been last week. I'm not sure. But I just, like, the last couple weeks really threw me off, man. I feel like I stumbled upon something kind of doable and consistent with these Twitter videos I've been making for MMA that I wanted to stay super focused and consistent with that. And I was like, the other channel's new. No one's going to miss it if I give it a couple weeks. And let me catch a rhythm with MMA, and then I'll figure out how to fit that one in there. So I'm not giving up on it. I just kind of feel like I just wanted to start it. Wanted to get it out there. I wanted it to be real. Wanted it to be out there in the universe. And then now that it's there, I just got to go back and occupy it, you know. Jordan! It's Perception in the house. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. Good to see all these green hearts from that tea drinker. Mixing it up with that matcha hearts. We could be coworkers. Dude, could you imagine us just chilling in the teacher's lounge? Just talking about, like, Ariel Hawini and stuff like that. You ever talk to somebody in real life and you realize they live in a different reality from you? Oh, dude, every time I have to small talk with anybody, every time I'm forced into a conversation with another human being, I'm like, bro, are you an alien? Oh, yeah, I completely get it. I'm finally done. All that laundry. This stream has been such a... Dude, that was like over 3 hours ago. That was 3 hours and 25 minutes ago. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm glad to do it, man. I need to go to bed in like 10 minutes, but I had to drop in. I appreciate that, bro. Hey, I'm actually gonna head out too, man. I feel like, you know, I made quite a bit of a dent into your day today without even having the UFC event, and I should give some of that time to my family as well. People are gonna start going to sleep pretty soon here, and I don't want to end the day like that, man. I don't want to end the day walking into everybody snoring, you know. But thank you for stopping by, dude. Bet you thought I peaced out like 2 hours. I did. I thought you were gone. That's pretty funny to know that this whole time we were right there in your ear. That's hilarious. For like 23 hours. Yeah, small talk is, it's brutal, bro. ARJO! I totally get it. Don't burn yourself out. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm invested. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I ran into a little bit of a conundrum because I felt like as long as there's enough news out there, not only could I make one of those videos every day for this channel, I could make like 2 of them, dude. I felt like, man, some of those MMA news channels, they put out like a couple videos a day. And I say this all the time. I'm not and look, if you do, you're amazing and you're just different, and I'm so thankful for you. But I don't expect anybody to watch both of them. But I just feel like, hey, if there's enough news going on a particular day and I have the time and I could upload 2 videos, that's going to be 2 different nets cast out there for different audiences. Maybe some people will see one and they didn't see the other one. So one of the things I was struggling with is like, man, these new, easier ways that I'm making the videos, not only could I do one like every day, I might be able to do a couple and then stream. But then the problem was, well, shoot, I started that other channel. I got to show that channel some love. But so I'm thinking I need to change how I pin the comments over there, because at first I was way too ambitious, and I was like, man, these videos are easy. I'm gonna do one every day on this channel. I'm gonna do one on that channel. But I think it would be smarter for me to do one like every day on this channel and stream, because I have not been streaming like I want to. Do one on this channel and stream, and then maybe 1 or 2 a week over there, instead of trying to be every single day. I don't want to do it at the expense of streams over here. This weather, huh? What you think about this? What? Too hot? Too cold? No. Neither? Just right? Yeah. Okay. No one at work watches combat sports. Is frustrating. Dang. What if they all do secretly and it's like Fight Club? What if they all what if they all don't know that you watch it, and then like as soon as you walk in the room they get all quiet and start talking about other stuff. They start talking about like the ballet and stuff like that because they think that you hate it, and then as soon as you walk out they start talking about MMA. That would be hilarious, bro. Marloca 80 para Chente. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, the legend DJ GQ 1007. What's up, man? Good to see you. Julio Rodriguez. Good night, bro. Stay safe out there. Have good dreams, bro. Heck yeah, Tea Drinker. Thank you for watching it. Thank you for being an encouragement and actually showing up, bro. No, there's some weird thing on Kick, apparently, DJ GQ, called Brand Risk. It's like Aiden Ross's promotion, apparently, and a bunch of these weird, like, YouTubers fight or something. But aside from that, nah. That's crazy. 1 second to go. Thank you, Tom Bout. Thank you for your support and for your friendship. Well, they know I used to box, so they would just be mean. That would be so weird. Don't bring it up. He's gonna get that PTSD. Don't talk about it no more. That would be so fun. Don't talk about it. Angel's coming. He used to be a fighter. He doesn't want to hear about fighting anymore. He left that life behind him. MMA news with your comedy edits. Keep it 8 to 15 minutes is a way to go, in my in my opinion, people can watch on their breaks. Yeah, I like. Yeah. Sometimes there's been times when I've gone well over 15 minutes because I just happen. Because here's what happens. Here's the process. I'll be going through Twitter, and anything that I feel like I could really give you something for, that I feel like I have something to talk about, I'll record it, because it's like I need to front load and get it. It's way better to have more to edit with and to work with than less. And then dude, you can't even imagine how much stuff I cut out. Stuff that was like not even funny. It was boring. I didn't like what I said. And then what you end up seeing is everything that I was like, I don't want to cut this one out. I like this one. Should I leave this one out? But I like that joke. I don't want to. I would never forgive myself if I deleted that joke. So then I make it as tight as I can. But when they end up being longer, it's pretty much because of that. It hurt me too much to cut certain things. But you know what is because Jericho 4Runner, I get what you're saying, man. You know, it's got to be watchable. You don't want to make like a 2-hour-long epic, you know? But YouTube tends to reward the longer ones because YouTube knows, and it's a weird phenomenon, bro. It is so stupid. And I could show you this in the analytics. It's ridiculous how people's brains work. If I upload a 12-minute video, people are going to watch like 6 minutes of it. That's just how it goes. If I upload a 12-minute video, they're going to watch like 6 minutes. If I upload a 22-minute video, they're going to watch like 12 minutes. And it's like, bro. So you are able to watch 12 minutes. So you could have watched the whole 12-minute video. But people don't work like that. It's like, and then if I upload like a 30-minute video, they'll watch like 18 minutes. It's so weird how people's brains work. It's like, wait a minute. You won't watch the 12-minute video all the way through. It's too long. You won't watch the 12-minute video, but you'll watch a 30-minute video for 18 minutes? It is crazy, dude. How people, like, it's a subconscious thing maybe. So it's like YouTube knows the longer your video is, the more average watch time it's going to have. So YouTube tends to push the longer ones more. And not only does it have a longer average watch time, so YouTube favors them, they know they could fit more ads in there. So it's like when I make shorter videos, it burns me. It's so stupid, man. But I get it, though. I get it. ARJR! That sounds like a plan. Plus, you don't have to make them super long. Keep it manageable. 80. Oh, wait a minute. What a dummy. I knew that. 81, 82, 83. It was 18, right? 18. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 20, 20, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, I should have known that. What's wrong with me? Does it mess with the analytics if I pause it for a minute? No. Yeah, if you, as long as you, like, if you dip out, dude, one of my homies in real life the other day, he opened my video and then he was trying to look at something, I don't remember. He opened it and then almost immediately swiped out. And I was like, bro, you're going to kill my watch time. What are you doing? He's like, all right, let me fix it. And then he liked it and left a comment. He's like, this will make it better, right? And then he left. And I was like, dude, like, maybe it'll do something. But yeah, if you want to hurt me, you open the video and then just bounce, before the video's over. If you ever leave a video before it's over, just know that you're hurting me, all right? You're cutting me deep. But if you pause it, no, you're good, bro. People don't realize how difficult it is to come up with the script for the video, get the content, sit down, record the video, edit it. Yeah, man, it's like, look, I'm not trying to be like, oh, you guys don't get it. I'm so like my life is so hard. I'm not trying to like, but dude, sometimes when people try to give me a hard time for what I do for a living, like people that I know personally or whatever, I'm like, bro, do you not remember that I've had 9-to-5 jobs? Do you not like I know like sometimes people will try to talk to me about their life and it's like, yeah, bro, I did that for many years too. I get it. I not only have I lived that life, I've done that while I was doing this at different points in my life. I know what that's like. And then I'll tell them like, bro, the crazy pressure. Like I'll tell them, hey, I know what it's like to do a 9-to-5. I know what it's like to get to jobs where I get there at 7:30 in the morning and leave at 10:30 at night. I know those. I worked in sales, bro. It's grueling. It's like the worst conditions. Like I've worked in factories. I've worked in cubicles with awful greedy corporate people. I've seen it all. I've worked outside under the sun. I've seen it all, bro. But have you done what I do? Have you woke up every morning and thought, well, I'm going to try to make thousands of complete strangers laugh. Hopefully that works out. Do you know how hard it is to make people laugh? Comedy is like the most subjective thing. It's like more subjective than your taste buds. Comedy is like the most subjective thing. One person will say you're funny, and another person will say you're an idiot, you should die and delete your YouTube channel. It's like so much pressure. And it's like, man, I wish people, it's so weird when, unfortunately, I don't have to deal with it a lot. I've been so fortunate throughout my decade of doing this, but every once in a while, I'll have someone come through and say just the most heartless, just rudest, meanest thing in a YouTube comment. And it's like, bro, do you realize that I woke up today and made this video to try to make you laugh? Are you serious, bro? You're coming on here and attacking me and trying to chop me down like if I'm your enemy. I literally woke up today and came to this computer in efforts to make you chuckle. And you're attacking me? Like, what a weird thing to do. It's just such a weird position, man. I appreciate that, tea drinker. I appreciate that. I'm just having a therapy session now, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, ARJR. It's ruined people, man. Marloca, with so many hearts, I'm tempted to say 80 again, because now I'm like, it looks like so many hearts, maybe it is actually 80 this time, but that doesn't make any sense because she put a 20. Thank you. I mean, YouTube should recognize Seventh Plague. YouTube, the algorithm should be intelligent enough to recognize your account and realize that you came back to play it later. So, like, for real, in the moment, it is going to dock me. But if you come back, YouTube has to recognize you. Your IP, your username, your login, it has to know, oh, they came back. So that's got to count for something. Yeah, people just want, it's ridiculous talking about. It's like, what the heck? Like, you guys are just playing a game. Just watch. Can you just watch? Just let it play. Just go to the bathroom. Go have lunch or something. Oh, this chat's acting crazy. All right, I'm going to have to say my goodbyes now. I've been saying I was going to dip out for like 20 minutes now. And I'm getting sidetracked. Plus, you got the time crunch of getting it out now before the stuff you're talking about gets saturated with all the other content creators and suddenly your video's old news. Yeah, for real, bro. And that's one of the reasons I think Jericho Forerunner was saying. That's another one of the reasons why sometimes I don't cut a whole bunch of stuff out, and maybe they could be a little bit long, because it's kind of heartbreaking when I feel like I have to cut stuff out because I won't be able to put it in the next day's video or like the next day, especially if it's a Friday, because the news is going to be old already. So it's like, dang it. If I cut it out, it's gone. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's unfortunate. It's normal, but I feel like it's unfortunate. I feel like people make their work idols these days, man. I know what that's like, unfortunately. The older I get, the less funny things are, but you still make me laugh. I don't take that lightly, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. GM, the wife caught your curl video. She didn't recognize you without the beanie and funny voice. She thought you was wearing a wig. A hair cuttery? What the? You know what? I didn't like the way my hair looked in that video. It did look like a wig. It was very flat because that day I had literally just come back from my all-day shoot. And in those local shoots, I wear a hat. The whole shoot, I had to wear a cap. So my hair looked all funky. And I was like, whatever. But everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for being so generous. Thank you for being silly. Thank you for keeping the conversation going. Thank you for not being typical small talkers, but for being long talkers, for being big talkers. 135, 135, 135, 135, 135, 195. Heck yeah, till the wheels fall off, bro. Soda. If I was someone that would get tattoos, I would get a bunch of 135s right here. All right, thank you guys for being here. I'm probably, we'll see. Gonna take it easy tomorrow. Spend some time with the family, but come back full force and ready to go. Full force and ready to go on Monday. And please, and listen to me, please, do not inconvenience yourself. If you've already seen it, please do not inconvenience yourself. But if you haven't seen it, I would appreciate it very much if you could go watch my most recent video. There it is. I just posted it. Please don't forget to like, comment, hype, subscribe, share, watch to the end. All that stuff. If you've already seen it, don't do it though. But thank you. Thank you for being here. Buenos nachos. Enjoy your evenings. Be safe out there. Be good people. Be good representatives of the Mexican martial arts. Thank you for watching Mexican martial